What's good, everybody? AB Media 83 here. And today, we're gonna have a little barbecue today. So on the docket, we have we got one item on the menu. We got a roast a coon pig. And if you can't tell by the picture, maybe there's another angle to get it for you. We got to roast this coon pig, Roland Martin. And why are we roasting this sassy coon pig? Well, he's been acting a fool lately, calling people out on this channel. Then when somebody rolls up on him, hide behind women. Roland's been acting pretty sassy, which brings me to my next point. Before we get started, this show has been brought to you by Sweet Sassy Roland Vote Blue Sauce. Now with extra sassy blue juice. Get your sweet and sassy Roland Vote Blue Sauce. I don't know what the hell it tastes like, but y'all get the idea. So yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about, Sassy Roland today. What's going on, Andre? Yeah, Roland been making the rounds. He mad at Tyrese because Tyrese said something about the Biden administration. B, you don't know what you're talking about. B, you don't know what you're talking about. B. So yeah, Roland been getting pretty sassy, but me and other people are starting to put him on the barbecue grill. He's been getting roasted and barbecued at the same time. As you can see, he's about to get roasted. For those of you who don't know or been living under a rock recently, when Roland was doing his live stream on Monday, or I forget, maybe yesterday. Salute, brother. It's not apparently. Roland was doing his live stream the other day. Some how can I say this? Man bun showed up. Roland Martin was doing his live stream, and during his live stream, he ended up showing some dude's back half naked. If you don't believe me, we're about to take a look at the video right now. But yeah, apparently, yeah, he showed some man buns. And if y'all think I'm joking, I'll see for yourself. Let's see here. Oh, that's right. See for yourself.
Y'all, check this out.
About your opponent, Donald Trump.
Now, this is just part of Roly Poly's little stream. By the way, fair use.
I was a little bit surprised. People might be surprised to hear that you have never interacted with him, met him face to face. That's going to change soon. But what I want to ask you about is what he said last month. He suggested that you happened to turn black recently for political purposes, questioning a core part of your identity.
Yeah.
Any
Same old tired playbook. Next question, please.
That's it?
That's it.
Now, As you can see, Roland's Vote Blue sauce is covering up the man buns. But let's talk about this for a minute. Roland Martin is doing his typical live stream, and he apparently man bun showed up in the middle of his live stream, as you can see. For obvious reasons, being covered up by the Roland Vote Blue sauce. Yeah, I heard that too. He tried to blame it on Twitter. Yeah, he tried to say it was B. It was a pop up. B. It was a pop up. B. But my question is and he was trying to make an excuse for it. B, it was just a pop up. It's the way Twitter works. B. When I play a video on Twitter, but naked dudes don't show up after that video. In fact, the only way that could show up is if you was looking at it. Hence the name of the title: barbecuing Sassy Blue, no matter who. But yeah, it was always somebody else's. It's always Jermaine's fault. Yeah, it's true. But as I told y'all, this live stream is brought to you by Sweet Sassy Roland Vote Blue sauce. Now with even more sassy blue juice. But yeah, Roland go around being very, 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 very sassy. So much so it actually shows up in his videos. Showing a whole behind in his videos. Yeah, you get the idea. Sweet baby Rollins. Yeah, but I wanted to be a little bit more creative. But yeah, there's not much left for this video.
About your opponent, Donald Trump. I was a little bit.
B. See what happened was B. But yeah, that's rolling for y'all folks. Rolling up here showing man buns now. But if you ask Butthurt Blue, we're supposed to take dudes like Roland seriously. Even though he up here showing a whole dude's man buns. We're supposed to take Roland Martin seriously. He going around trying to talk shit about people. And you saw how scared he was when old boy ran up on him. But we're supposed to take Roland seriously. And don't forget, Roland Martin supports your girl, Kamala Harris. That's the kind of male they want black men to be. Notice how they didn't say man. That's the kind of male. This right here is the kind of male they want black men to be. Sassy, always twerking. That's the kind of man they want you to be. Oh, excuse me, not man, male. They want y'all to be. They want you to be a sassy male like Roland. In fact, this dude is so sassy. On Twitter/X. On Twitter/X, he goes after another content creator that I watch on a daily basis called Sabby Sabs. And for those of you who don't know, Sabby Sabs is a real lefty. And Roland Martin came for her, and Sabby Sabs wasn't even talking about him, ironically. But Roland Martin put his sassy mouth into her business, and the next video is pretty much the result of that.
Surprise. People might be surprised to hear that.
Hey,
Roland Martin came for me.
yes, that's Sabby Sabs. I'm gonna speed this up just a little bit.
And I wasn't in one of my best moods. And the thing is like Roland Martin came for me and I wasn't even talking to him. You know, it's just, I wasn't even talking to him. And I want to show you what he was so angered about. Okay. Because Roland Martin's job is to jump in and defend the Democratic Party at all costs, even when.
Yep, that's Roland Martin's job, without question. Roland Martin's job is to kiss the Democrat Party's ass at all costs. That's his job. Whether y'all like it or not, that's his job. It's his job to kiss the Democrat Party's ass.
When they're wrong. Like I've never seen someone have Twitter thumbs like this before in my life. He will just jump in very quickly. It's really weird. It's really weird. I'm like, dude, we don't even you don't follow me. I don't follow you. So it's kind of weird. You know, I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, Sabby, you know Roland got his marching orders.
What? I don't know if he has people sending him certain tweets and saying, oh, you better respond to this, you better respond to that or whatever. But it's obvious this dude is just there to simp for the Democratic Party and defend it at all costs. So let me show you where it came from. Let me just bring this in. Okay, let me show you where it all came from. So I am tweeting. I'm not responding to a tweet. I'm not responding to him or anybody. This is just a tweet. No one in my family washed greens in a bathtub.
We'll talk about that later.
This reminds me of Hillary's hot sauce in my bag, pandering bullshit. So what was I referring to? I was referring to this whack ass conversation from Kamala Harris trying to be something or pretending to be something that she is not. Okay. As you can see, Roland is not tagged. So I want you to hear what she says. And for the people who are not aware, when we say greens, I'm referring to collard greens. It is a dark green leafy vegetable. It's very good.
Yes, collard greens are very good. And there's multiple ways to cook them, but the way Kamala Harris cooked them, let's just keep watching.
And no, Black people do not wash collards in the bathtub.
Yeah, that part. I have never heard of anybody watching collard greens in the bathtub. That's where you wash your ass, not your greens. I have never heard or seen anybody or myself, because I make collard greens myself, wash collard greens in the bathtub. Just saying.
Listen to what Kamala said. She's at an event. Listen to this.
I have a friend who had a Christmas party, Christmas Eve every year, and she asked me to make the greens for a party every year. And I am not lying to you that I would make so many greens that I'd need to wash them in the bathtub.
Yep, you heard Kamala for herself. She washed greens in the bathtub where she washes her ass. You heard Kamala for herself. No, I'm not lying on Kamala. You heard her for herself. She washed greens in the bathtub. You're right. Black women are not going to have that. That's why I've never seen it. Even for large events, I've never seen a black woman wash greens in a bathtub. They might take turns washing greens But that's one large event, and I'm talking for large events. Even for large events, I never seen a black woman wash them in a bathtub. That's unheard of. At least where I come from. But let us continue.
I'm telling you the truth.
So how do you make your greens? Do you put turkey in them?
Bacon.
That's another thing. I've never seen greens cooked with bacon. Is that possible? Well, yeah, but you need a lot of bacon to get that flavor in them greens. Just say usually. Now this is just FYI. Usually, you put ham hocks or smoked turkey in order to flavor your greens. That and salt and pepper, or in my case, crushed red pepper. But yeah, ham hocks or smoked turkey.
No. So again, yes, I know S-Con. Why would anyone wash food in the bathtub? Hello? Okay. So, and this is not even me saying that that's not what she does. I'm not even saying that. What I'm doing is trying to prove a point. This is a cultural thing. We do not wash greens in a bathtub. I ain't never been to my grandma, my great grandma, my mom. I ain't never been to no black person's house and they wash greens in a bathtub. Never. Okay. So that was me proving a point.
I've never seen it.
We can get to the bacon thing and just
even for large events, I've never seen black women wash greens in a bathtub.
just a second. Let me let her finish.
You put turkey in them?
Bacon. I do bacon. Garlic. I put white vinegar. I do. So I slice up my garlic. But no, first I chop up the bacon.
Okay. I can let the garlic slide, but the white vinegar, no.
And get all that fat going. Then I put garlic, some chili peppers, and then a lot of water and a little chicken stock. And I let it go for a while before I put the greens in. And then, right, so you get that going and all that flavor. And then I put the greens in for a couple hours. Then I do vinegar. And then I cheat and do a little Tabasco.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. To be fair to Kamala, I'm not necessarily against spicy greens, but everybody's different.
Tabasco, well, like I like Louisiana hot sauce, but Tabasco has that right amount of vinegar. Yeah. And that's how I do my greens.
I see why you get invited every year.
No, we must correct this, ladies and gentlemen. We must correct this. Okay. So, first of all, let me just put up this. Dwayne says ham hocks. Thank you. Z-Man says justice for collard greens. This is not how black people make greens.
No, it's not.
Now, again, I'm not saying she may do it that way, but this is not how black people make. Do you get? I'm trying to prove a point.
Yes.
This is a cultural thing. And everybody in my family has made them, including me. I also, and this can be a preferential thing, I also don't use no damn bacon. Like Dwayne said, no, you use a ham hock. We don't. No, that's not how a ham hock, a smoked turkey. Someone put smoked turkey in the chat just a second ago. I thought, Auntie said turkey next. Yeah, you use something like that. So I don't know where she got that recipe from. But again, it points to the cultural upbringing. And when people say, oh, well, you're just getting on her dad, or she wasn't raised by her dad. No, this is not about whether or not you're raised by your dad. Because her father is from Jamaica. For those of us that are Black Americans, listen, that is something that's an American thing. And people understand that, particularly down south.
Now, just to state for the record, I like my Tabasco sauce. Yes, I use hot sauce, but yeah, don't get twisted. Don't get twisted. I love my Louisiana, but I like Tabasco sauce too. Time and again, I'm just saying. So I'll give her the pass on Tabasco sauce.
This is something that if you go back, you look up even back during slavery, like slaves used to make it. So we can talk about greens another night. But I'm very
Yellow
particular.
mustard, dope. I can't
And
get that
anybody
bad.
here that knows me very well will tell you Sabby is very particular about her greens. And I am, because especially like living in the Northeast, I didn't have some bad damn greens. There's been a number of times I've gone to restaurants and they're like, we got collards. And I'm like, oh, I'll give them a try. And it's bitter. Collard greens are not supposed to be bitter. So that tell me something. Okay. So now when I go out to eat, if I go to a barbecue joint up north, I just do not get collards. It's okay. It is what it is when in Rome. So when I go back to visit my parents down south, then I can get greens at the barbecue joint. But I know when I'm up north, I know up here in New England, I ain't getting no damn greens. I have to make them myself. It's okay. I'm all right with it. So I wasn't trying to clown her in a sense to say that she was lying about what she does. She probably does do that. But I'm gonna let you know right now, this is why you can't eat everybody's damn food. This is why you can't eat everyone's food. Because if I come to your house and I find out that you are rinsing your food in the bathtub, oh, I'm not eating there, son. I'm good.
Yeah, me too.
I'm good. So Roland comes in. I know Miss Kiwi. Miss Kiwi said, or smoked turkey and greens, bacon goes in cabbage. I know Miss Kiwi. I know. I know, girl. I know. Roland Martin comes in. Nobody talking to the Roland.
Hey, to be fair, Texas Pete isn't bad. I prefer Louisiana, but Texas Pete isn't bad.
Holy po. Nobody. Roland comes in and inserts himself into this conversation. I think he thought he was going to ratio me, but it did not work that way. Okay, 3.1K likes. He came in 789 likes. This is what Roland Martin had to say. And you pushing the same hot sauce bullshit. Stories were done a decade before about her love of hot sauce. That ain't new. And your family didn't establish the rules on washing collard greens, but hers did. What you know about my family, Roland?
Bear in mind, Roland Martin is from Haiti. His family is of Haitian descent. He has no business in this conversation.
Hers did. Did I say my family made the rule? No, I was trying to prove a damn point. And he knows the point that I was trying to make. She's not from the culture. And that's fine. It is what it is. But she should just say that and stop avoiding the question on interviews when people ask you, oh, well, Donald Trump said that you're not black. She's like, I'm just going to say next question. Okay. I don't know any black American that would sit there. If somebody said to your face that you're not black, I don't know any black American that would sit there and just pretend like next question. So think about that. People can't be falling for this again. They did this with you, with Obama. And then now, you know, they trying to do this with Kamala Harris. And people need to know what they're actually getting. And this wouldn't even be an issue if the Democratic Party didn't have her running on, I am a black woman. And the reason why they're doing that is because she has no policy. She has no platform.
By the way, I got 15 watches. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App, support the show, hit the Super Chat, support the show.
On her website still today. So they're running on her identity, not on policy. And then they're telling all of you that if you don't support her, then you're anti-black or you're misogynist. Well, I'm a black woman, boo. And I'm not anti-black, and I damn sure as hell am not misogynist. So miss me with all of that. Okay. So Roll the Poll comes in here. You know, he got to bring up the hot sauce stuff. He mad because I mentioned the hot sauce thing because that was his friend, Hillary Clinton, because I brought up Hillary Clinton. And that's a problem because Roland Martin no longer works at TV One because Roland Martin was leaking questions to Hillary Clinton.
Mm-hmm.
His buddy, his pal. You don't want this, Roland. You don't want this right now, you know? And so I even said, and I've said this to him before, you don't want to come here. You don't want to come here. I said, you are a shill for a party that has done nothing for black people but pander and virtue signal. As I said before, Roland, you are more than welcome to have this conversation with me. Will you run from me like you did Jamal Green? Come on the show, Roland.
Ooh.
What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of, Roland? Come have this conversation with me face to face. I don't care. Come have this conversation with me face to face. Let's talk about this. Let's talk it out. Roland doesn't want to do that. Roland still wants to be friends with Donna Brazell, DNC chair, liar. He still wants to be in the Democrat Party club, even though they booted him from mainstream media. They booted him from corporate media. They got rid of him at CNN. Then they got rid of him at TV One, but he still wants to be in the club. And he wants to be able to shake Hillary Clinton's hand. He wants to be able to dance the two-step with Beyonce. He wants to be able to do the electric slide with Michelle Obama. Roland still wants to roll. I've never been in those circles with those people. I've never been in those elite bubble circles. Roland has been there for years, and he still wants to be there.
Yep.
Still want to be.
Yep. He still wants to kiss the Democrat Party's ass. pretty much.
There. And we talk about people pretending to be something that they're not. Why is Kamala Harris changing her accent in Detroit? All of a sudden, her voice just changes. Now, this is not to say what she's saying isn't important. She's talking about what unions have done, which is true, what she says here. But all of a sudden, I felt like I was listening to somebody else. Listen to this.
For generations in Detroit and across our nation, the brothers and sisters of labor have stood together to righteously demand fair pay, better benefits, and safe working conditions.
Wait
And let
for
me say, every person in our nation has benefited from that work. Everywhere I go,
Wait
I
for
tell
it.
people, look, you may not be a union member. You better thank a union member.
Excuse me?
No, y'all heard that right. You better thank a union member.
Where is this coming from? Who is this speaking? It
Y'all
gets
heard
worse.
that
Wait for it.
right.
Wait a minute. Watch this.
Not be a union member. You better thank a union member. For the 5-day work week, you better thank a union member.
You better thank a union member. See that AKA bullshit is coming out.
For sick leave, you better thank a union member.
You better thank a union member.
For paid leave, you better
You better thank a union member.
thank a union member for vacation time. Because what we know is when union wages go up, everybody's wages go up.
You better
When
thank a
union
union
workplaces
member.
are safer, every workplace is safer. When unions are strong, America is strong.
Now, what she's saying about what unions have done, that is true. She's right. Unions have done a lot. However, who is this?
Union member?
Now, to be fair, unions, when ran properly, have given us some rights that we didn't have before. It took them a little while to do that for black folk, but unions do have an important part in U.S. history.
For the 5-day work week, you better thank a union member for sick leave. You better thank a union member for paid leave.
See, you better thank a union member.
And who is this? Who is this person? Why is it that politicians, this mainly happened on the Democrat side, why is it that Democrat politicians feel like when they come into cities that are predominantly black, like Detroit, this is in Detroit, or when they go to an event and they're trying to recruit more black people, like when she came to Atlanta and she brought in Meg Thee Stallion. Why do they do this? Why are you changing your accent? You better thank a union member. Who are you? Who are you? You don't talk like that. And Roland Martin, he wants to overlook this kind of stuff. He wants to say, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. She's a black woman. I'm tired of people.
B, translation B, gets the Democrat by his ass. B.
I'm tired of people coming after Kamala Harris, calling her not black. She's a black woman. Black people don't have to try that hard, boo. Black people don't have to sit up there and put up this fake, you better thank a union member. Black people don't sit up here instead of talking about washing no damn greens and no damn bathtub. We'll do none of that. Black people don't say, oh yeah, I know I had some marijuana back in my day too. I used to smoke a little something, something and listen to Tupac. No. People who do that are people that are trying to play you, people that are trying to speak to a specific group at a certain point in time, and they feel like they got to pretend to be somebody that she obviously not. You think it's just me? People noticed it. It was even mentioned at the press conference to Corinne Jean-Pierre. Listen.
A different topic. Since when does the vice president have what sounds like a Southern accent?
Hello?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well,
I mean, this is.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's going on, bro? I'm listening to this. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, now, she said a good point about the unions, right? And I know she's trying to do her little black scent, I guess Southern black scent or whatever. But
Yeah.
her running mate, right, Tampon Timmy, is
Yeah.
actually the head of the alleged farmers union, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she keep talking about unions, but I like to throw this in there as red meat. The farmers union, where she said, oh yeah, it brings up all of the people, with the union. If your running mate is said he's the head of farmers union, well, where about a lot of the farms that, yeah, they got some in Minnesota, but we go down to Mississippi, for example. In Mississippi currently, it is illegal to pay a farm worker overtime. Now, let that sit and marinate. The unions and the farm union ain't did a damn thing about that. But I'll let her continue. But yeah, the unions then did something for black folks. Lies.
No, they didn't for a very long time. They discriminated against black folks, but made sure we stay out of certain jobs.
Right, and not only
We're
that,
talking about you.
it's the minimum wage that they paid the farm workers, right? And then they got mad to even pay that because it was $5.15 at the time when I was on the farms. It was $5.15. They were saying they didn't even want to pay us that, so they said, "Well, we're gonna go to Mexico and we're gonna get these other people and we're gonna pay them $4 off the books, no overtime, and we're gonna give them the old plantation home, let them stay over here. The kids ain't going to school, give them a truck." And let them go back and forth work. And I've been told by that. They said, y'all getting too uppity. Y'all, we not gonna pay you. We gonna just go get the Mexicans. I was told that by farm owners. Just let that sink in.
Yeah, don't put that on Mr. Z. Don't you put that on Mr. Z. That Roland's not his fault. But anyway, let's continue.
Unions in Detroit using one tone of voice.
Is this something that you
Same
think?
line
Okay, Peter.
that she used the same line in Pittsburgh, and it sounded like she at least had some kind of a southern call.
I mean, do you hear the question that? Do you think Americans seriously think that this is an important question? They care. You know what they care about? They care about the economy. They care about lowering costs. They care about health
Oh, you mean the stuff that your boss fucked up?
care. That's what Americans care about.
So
That's what they want to hear.
This is
They
something.
care about. Your colleague just asked me about democracy. Basically, we talked about went back and forth about democracy.
Oh, once again, let me just remind y'all, this current stream is brought to you by Sweet Sassy Roland Vote Blue Sauce. Now with extra sassy blue juice. In other
Available
words,
exclusively at Walmart.
damn, I didn't even think about that. So in other words, like, share, subscribe, hit the cash app, support the show, hit the super chat, support the show. But yeah, I had to roast roly poly today. Yeah. Like I said, roly poly's on the grill today.
Yeah, that's a long smoked roast right there.
I'm honestly not a pork either, but just for
Democracy and
today.
freedom.
Yeah, but the thing is, the reason why people were talking about those things, Corinne Jean-Pierre, because it's obvious that Kamala Harris is not who you guys said that she was. And also, she has no policy platform on her website. It's September.
That's what they care
I
about. I'm
agree.
not even going to entertain some question about the president. It's just hearing it sounds.
I'm so glad she said that. We're gonna have a little fun here. Let's go look at Kamala's website. See if she's updated it.
Okay, yeah, let's take a look at that website because I think we looked at it one time when you was live streaming, right? And we for sure seen them donations. We saw that was on the front side, but let's see where that policy is.
Nope, no policy yet. Same old, yeah. Same old donate.
It
Sign
says
up.
take action. What does that take action? What is take action? What is that giving us there? Is it giving us any policy where it says take action? Is that any policy there?
No, that's their sign up thing, Majiggy.
My God, it doesn't have anything in there except a state and a zip code and an event.
Yeah, they want to find out where you live at so they can nag you. Yo, vote for it. Let's take a look at their store.
Okay. Let's see if they got the camo hat. They probably got the Kamala camo hat. Let's see if they got that up there. Man, that WordPress taking forever to load.
Yeah, to be fair, I think the store's on something different from WordPress because I looked at it, which is understandable. Let's see. What's going on, Andre?
Oh, what's good? How you doing?
All right.
Yo, what's great?
But I don't see any
What's good,
policy
man?
up here.
Not a drop of policy unless it's in the menu. Maybe they hid it in the menu.
Nope.
There was a menu.
Because your links are your main links are up here.
Okay.
That's your let me show you. See right here. That's your home link, and those are your major links right here.
So that's her
No
whole
policy.
index.
Yeah, no policy on our website. Just a little sign up thingamajiggy. You know who does have policy though? As I said, no. Dr. Tion Johnson has policies.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So you're saying that you've never heard of the Easy Point agenda before?
I've definitely seen policy on Dr. T's, and Dr. T is a tenured professor. You would think they would.
Well, Shatter. That's not what I said. I said that like you've never heard of the 18-point agenda before.
He's heard of it. Calm down, Andre. But anyway, someone mentioned. Let me see if I can find that comment. Somebody mentioned. Let's see, where is this comment at? Yeah, here it is. Is it me, or is most of the men supporting Kamala sweeter than a glazed donut? Well, believe it or not, I have an answer for that. Let's look at one of those supporters right now. Copy paste.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of brothers that's more of the older Greek brothers. I've seen
Just a love
a lot of
note
them, you know,
for Black women this morning,
Mm-hmm.
for little girls, for aunties, for grandmothers, for wives, for partners, for lovers, for teachers, ditch diggers, engineers, around the way girls, to presidential candidates. We Black men who have too often failed you, who have too often not said the right thing at the right time, who have been vulnerable to the claim that we have forgotten what you have done for us, the magnificence of your service to our people, the beauty and power of your spirit at times.
For those of you who don't know who this black male is, that is Michael Eric Dyson.
Right. Dyson, isn't he a doctor as well? Dr. Dyson, is he not a doctor?
Yeah, Dr. Michael Eric Dyson.
Now, did you see that debate that him and Judge Joe Brown had when Judge Joe Brown came up and was doing a debate with him?
No.
I don't know if you saw that, but Judge Joe Brown, to his credit, was giving some facts and policy and stuff like that. And I saw how Eric Dyson, he was starting to do like that circling back, you know, like circle back socket. He was trying to agree with what he was saying, but then at the same time, he would do this word salad like he doing now. He goes up there and he does the worship service, and then he starts talking sideways. But what Joe Brown was hitting him, I could tell the judge was like, he didn't want to disrespect the man on the platform, and it was Black people trying to build something, and Judge Joe Brown was speaking real, man. And that dude there, we looking at now, I used to watch him, and I used to think he had some great ideas, man. But when this political season come out and I see him not holding them to task, see, he's not holding them to task.
He's an opportunist.
Yeah, that's the word. There you go.
He's an opportunist. I learned that. I caught on to him years ago. But anyway,
flagged. We remember all the remarkable things you have done and beg your forgiveness for us not standing up for you when times were tough.
Oh, the simp is strong in this one.
Or when no one else was in the room to defend you, to assert the legitimacy and validity of your personhood. Please forgive us. But no more will that occur. And so the other night, Keith Boykin and I were on CNN trying to be respectful to the Congresswoman who insisted upon mispronouncing Kamala Harris. Do you call Melania? Do you call Ivanka? Then call Kamala. Then call Vice President Harris, Vice President Kamala Harris. And soon we pray and hope and work that you will call her President Kamala Harris. So this is a note to put on notice anybody who would come for us, who would try to.
Okay, that's enough of the soliloquy.
Man, like, you see how he's saying that, like, oh yeah, he made such a big deal. And I seen CNN, they get up there and like, if someone says Kamala or Camilla or Kamala or whatever, they make that a big deal. Man, as black people, I would say straight up on my own. My uncle knows my name, butchers it every time. I'm like, you know what? He just gonna say it the way he gonna say it. I don't take offense to it. I don't take offense.
So you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but the only name that I recognized there was obviously Ivanka Trump, which would be the fucking first lady. So why are you gonna recognize the other people that don't fucking matter? I mean, maybe they matter in some way, but like in comparison,
I always have to bring that Trump name up. It's always Trump. It's Jermaine's fault. It's everybody else's fault. You have to bring up the Trump name, just like at the DNC, where they just kept on bringing up when they say it's a problem. It's Trump. It's Trump. It's Trump. Like, just say the policy. We wouldn't have to worry about Trump. Forget Trump. Stop saying his name. Just tell us what your policy is, and we can forget Trump. Let's not forget Oprah went to Trump's wedding. Oprah said she would run with Trump while she got her behind up there talking bad about the man. So you can always look at the people who dirty, because you know what I'm saying? You rolling with the person, and you get up here and talk bad about even Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton went to Ivanka's wedding. I mean, these people they're so fake, man.
Yeah. Now this little clip right here is the reason why I'm doing this stream. Let me turn the sound up.
That's going to change soon. But what I want to ask you about is what he said last month. He suggested that you happened to turn black recently for political purposes, questioning a core part of
Now, just bear in mind, this is not my stream. This is part of Roland Martin's stream.
your identity.
Fair use, Roland.
Any same old tired playbook. Next question, please. That's it. That's it.
Hey, was that not a softball question though, right there? She could have gave a little more if she was gonna go with this identity politics, what they're already, doing. If she was gonna go with this identity politics, she could have went on live right there instead of saying, "Well, next question." That's almost like a no comment, right? So she should have said, "Yeah, people sometimes mess up your name on purpose because they want to, take away from your blackness."
Well, Tyler, I would say I disagree with you there. I don't think that was a softball question. I think that was like very direct, but she chose to answer it in that way.
Yeah, but
but when I say softball, I'm saying she could have had a win on the back end of it if she would have answered it right on the fly. When they're asking her questions on the fly, it's like she can't build that up fast enough.
Yeah. Now, this little clip right here is the reason why I'm doing this video. For those of you who don't know, I am covering up a whole butt naked man right now with that barbecue sauce bottle, and that played on Roland's stream the other day. A whole butt naked backside of a man, ass hanging out and everything. That played on Roland's stream. But we're supposed to take him seriously. And he's talking about B. It was a problem with my iPad. B. Okay, Roland. Okay.
About your opponent, Donald Trump. I was a little bit surprised. People might be surprised to hear that.
But yeah, that's the kind of crap we're dealing with right now. Oh, let's see. Oh, everybody's backstage. That's why. Okay.
Yeah, the audio just cut out, so I didn't hear if there was any like audio being played after the fact.
That part of the video I saw at the end when you were playing it, when Roland was still muted, but you just saw his little poly no neck head just going crazy like a rooster trying to peck on some corn. And when they finally brought the mute, they unmuted him. He was like, "Oh, that's how we doing this? That's what we doing." And I'm like, "Yo, know what that was? Like, you know what that was? That was in somebody's computer that was on that production team that had that loaded." And Twitter is not like Instagram in the point of where it's like videos just auto load, which that would be bad stuff. that basically was like a video they had already on there some kind of way.
Right.
So Shatter, basically, you're putting this on somebody that's part of the production team and not himself.
Well, we don't know whose computer it was. I imagine he's doing the stuff at the studio. He could have some remote guys that's doing production for him. That way he can sit there and talk down to us and call us simple Stanleys without having to click any buttons. So that could be a problem. But if you're in here, and I'm imagining if he was remote or if you're in an in studio, you would have the computers and everything set up to where it's specifically to be done that. There's no not safe for work stuff. If that's what you do, I don't know what's going on here, but man, please don't do that while you at work. I'm paying you, even if it was someone else, but it could have been on his laptop. Who knows where it was at? We don't know, but it should have never got lived on your deal. Like, if it would have been a woman, it shouldn't have been none of that. It should be no not safe for work stuff. We're at work. God, you're paying these people, and then people are donating to you, and you allegedly this black voice that we should all listen to. And then he said, well, no, and I heard him Greek stuff. He's saying, oh, if you're not Greek, then I don't want to listen to you. You're not Greek. You're not a Greek. You're a Greek association person. You're black. Stop saying you're Greek first. Jesus.
Yeah. So that's Roland for you. Yeah, that's why they hit today the title Barbecue and Sassy Roland.
Well, I made the comment in the chat earlier when you were, because you've always been saying this whole like beep 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 thing, and I've been trying to understand like where that came from, but now it's really starting to make sense because
What?
typically like when you hear the beeping sound is when somebody's backing up.
Say that again.
Well, I was saying you've been saying the whole you were saying the whole beep 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 thing for a while.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
I haven't like really understood where that came from, and I was saying now I'm starting to finally understand because typically you only hear the beeping noise when like you're backing up.
Mm-hmm. Well. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is what beep 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 beep. Yep. Beep 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 beep. You've ever listened to beep 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 beep? Sound like Porky the Pig. Beep beep.
Oh, it matches up with that picture for sure.
Yep.
That's all, folks. Angela
by the way, just for the record, because Roland's petty, just for the record, no Roland S. Martins were harmed in this video. This is clearly a Photoshop imaged.
Hey, look, Angela Stanton King. See, I went and looked for the video when it first came out, and I saw some people putting it out there, and I was like, man, that can't be real, because he's supposed to be, he can pay all this money. There's no way that could have. It's got to be fake, right? It's a cheap fake, whatever they call it. And I went on Twitter, and it's crazy enough that I could only go on Twitter and see, because I looked for it on YouTube. I searched for it on Google, couldn't find it at all. Went on Twitter, found it on Angela Stanton King. She was watching his video because he been on her for a while.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she was just waiting. She was just in the clouds. She recorded that one, man. And shout out to her for keeping that up, because they've been hitting people. They've been taking that stuff down, but he getting exposed now.
Yeah.
Well, like I think that's a big part of the reason. It's not off topic, but like not responding to what Shatter just said. I think that's kind of a big part of the reason why I've been saying this going around space about him, because he's supposed to be this fucking on the pro bliggity black shit and whatnot, but you seem to have some strange proclivities.
Yeah, well, that's part. Yeah, that's the kind of male they want black men to be, is like Sassy Polly Martin. By the way, don't forget, this episode is brought to you by Sweet Sassy Roland Vote Blue Sauce, now with extra Vote Blue juice, extra sassy blue juice. In other words, hit the Cash App, support the show. Hit the Super Chat, support the show. Support Roland's Vote Blue Sauce. his sweet sassy vote blue sauce. Just saying. But yeah. Hey, Andre, I got this I actually got this one for Kamala Harris. Whenever she starts speaking, I just bring out the word salad with Hidden Valley.
Yeah, I was going over I watched the whole stream yesterday when you were up on BGS channel,
Mm-hmm.
and because I was actually watching like the fucking playback over on Art's channel, and I was at like around like the 3.5 hour mark ish, something like that. But I never knew that it descended into that kind of crap.
Yeah, that was insane. If you don't know what we're talking about, you know what? I'm about to play that. That was insane. Let's see. Let me I was down so I can go ahead and just let's see. Let's look up Art install TV. Close enough. Yep, this is let's see. Yeah, this is probably a good spot. All right. If you don't know what we're talking about, BGS called me up yesterday on his panel, and to be quite honest with you, I thought I was in trouble for a minute there. But he called me up because this little incident happened on Art Newstall's panel yesterday. Shout out to Art Newstall.
What was up?
And yada 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 because he's just a regular guy. He ain't even got papers, and you got all these degrees. And yada yada yada. Why you let him talk to you like that? Yada yada. So she just taking it all in and throwing it back at him.
Yeah, fellas, I want y'all to answer. BGS, tell him what type of. I want y'all to answer this, and I want to know y'all response. BGS, tell him how her love. What was her love language? How did she do? What turns her on? What does she need most of all? The feel. What was she talking about? And would y'all deal with this?
Wait for it.
BGS, tell him. What was her love language?
I don't know what her love language was.
Her love. She said her love language was validation. You got the feedback in
okay.
her.
Oh yeah, no. That's what. That was the love language that she understood. That's not what she gave.
Yeah.
Because she, in other words, she actually admitted. She said, "I wanted it, but I never gave it."
Yeah. Now, fellas, would you put up with that? Would y'all put up with that?
So sees herself as bitch.
She was. And basically, she prided herself on him taking care of her because she was always sick, right?
And pretending to be sick.
She basically was a little girl. And
she said that was my go-to move to do whatever I wanted, no matter what.
Excuse me, I don't have too much time here.
Here we go.
Okay, excuse me. Who are you?
I mean, sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas certified boogeyman. I'm the one that run the score with. That's who I am, my nigga.
Okay,
that's who I am, my nigga.
My nigga, I got a lightsaber. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck about your lightsaber.
Yeah, nigga.
So this is what I want to say to you. Charles, are you up here too? Charles, you up here?
Yeah, we all up here.
Charles, okay, Charles. Yeah, let me speak to you too. Hey, BGS.
Now, just for the record, I was on the panel earlier. I had gotten off because I was tired and had to get up in the morning. So all this happened after I got off the panel.
Sir,
you talking all this shit about me when I'm not around, bro. Hold on. You do.
No, I don't.
You talking shit. You talk shit. Yeah, you do.
No, you do.
No, I don't. Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
So I tell you this though. Hold on.
Ain't no hold on. Ain't no hold on. Ain't no hold on. Ain't no hold on. Ain't no hold on. Ain't no hold on. Ain't no hold on, nigga. Ain't no hold on, nigga. Ain't no hold on. 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 No, yeah. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit.
Cut his head off.
You come in with manners just like everybody else, man. You want manners, show. You want manners, show. If you want manners, show.
let's bear in mind, this is not BGS's panel. This is not DC's panel. This is Art New Stall's panel. And he came in like that.
If you want manners, show them. If you want manners, show them. If you want manners, show them. Whatever. I don't want to hear it then, nigga. Whatever. I didn't disrespectful how? 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 Disrespectful how, motherfucker? Disrespectful how, motherfucker?
Now do y'all understand when I say butthurt blue what I'm talking about?
Man,
You understand what I'm talking about when I say butthurt blue now?
Well,
You
yeah.
get now?
Well,
And yes,
that's the whole
DC,
thing.
hold on, wait a minute. Let me get this out because I know somebody's gonna tell him. Yes, DC, I'm talking to you. I'm calling you butthurt blue like I call the Black Brain Trust butthurt blue, especially after that display on Tuesday. If you got a problem with me, you know where I'm at. You can come find me.
Well,
how?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, just real quick, like, to be honest, like, because you guys obviously know these guys better than I do, but like, just off of like the recent streams, just watching the channel and just listening to some stuff in the background, like, actually, like, I don't mind the Paradox guy. I don't see him really causing a problem, but like, you would know better than I do if he does. I don't know, but like, he seems like the more rational person out of the two, especially after seeing this shit.
Yeah.
Man, I've been on a lot of arts shows. I've listened to a lot of arts streams, and typically, man, Art is pretty laid back. He's gonna make his points. You know, typically there's not yelling matches being initiated on Art's panel, and it doesn't matter if people are in disagreement or whatever. You know, at one point, it doesn't take the yelling. When you start yelling to get your point over, that big blue, you know, no matter who type of deal, you can tell those types, man. And like you said, intelligentsia. Even let's go to Brother Dyson, and I've appreciated some of the things that he has said over the years. But just to point to where Dre was talking about with this 18-point, where you guys was talking about earlier about just going to Dr. T's website right there. It's got an 18-point plan, and you know he's a tenured brother. He's got paper behind his name, and he's actually helping brothers, and he's doing a great deal.
Yeah.
You can tell me no one in none of the Democratic side has ever seen anything Dr. T has done, have not seen nothing of it. They could not go and even interview him not once. I can't believe it.
Well, I'm just going to be blunt because I'm tired of their bullshit. They're not going to interview Dr. T because they're too busy listening to knuckleheads like Man of Tomorrow and Mike V. Yeah, I said it. Not BGS. I said it. That's why guys like Dr. T and other black men like Dr. Neal are not going to be listened to by the Democrat Party because they're too busy listening to knuckleheads like Mike V, and Man of Tomorrow. I said it, not BGS.
I remember that Charles and Brother Cerulean had came up with a plan for black men specifically, which would help out, you know, black women as a result because the men gonna lead the family. I've seen him and Brother Cerulean put in a point plan covering everything from the military to medical to the workforce to the home. I've seen them cover that ad nauseum. I've seen Dr. T go in and put in 18 points, even expanding upon different deals and having different ideas. I've seen a lot of black intelligentsia putting stuff out there. You know, I even seen Brother Cube. Brother Cube is not a scientist or a philosopher, but I've seen Brother Cube. Even recently, I've seen Brother Cube come out there still speaking words. Say, hey man, they still ain't contacting us. You know, why don't they ever contact brothers that seem like that they're not the, you know, the roly-poly-oly types?
Because well, to quote MOT, you don't understand the process. You didn't kiss enough Democrat Party ass. You don't understand the process. You have to go to the meeting and kiss their ass in order to get something done.
That's part of the
process. That's what they're essentially saying.
Well, AB, like, even like on Dr. T's, like his last stream, or maybe it was the stream before, but one of his last streams when he was talking about like his agenda was being challenged on X, and like when he was putting up like points of the agenda, like I still got to go back and finish the stream, but like I came in there like maybe halfway. But anyway, I was watching the stream and like it surprised me that even like to try to act like what he's talking about is bullshit is crazy because like I mean he even shouted out his servers. I was surprised to hear that, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hold on, wait a minute. I'm trying to find a specific spot. Let's see. Oh, where is it at? Okay. When is Mike getting on? Okay, here we go. Start right here.
That's just me. That's just my way. I know everybody got different ways, but hope that the leader been my forefather.
Sorry, Art. I'm trying to get to. There we go.
Piano screaming. I have a question. I want to make a.
I haven't heard it.
Okay. If I have a question, I want to make a point. I always come in and say hello, and I'm always polite, and I'm always mannerable. If I have to ask
By the way, Art and Star, you're not shit for that church music. I'm just saying.
a question, I want to ask one. Okay. I don't jump on panel screaming and hollering and yada yada yada. I don't do that. That's called respect. When I come on your panel, whether I agree with you or disagree with you, okay? Okay. I always come on as a guest in your house. Okay. I don't come on your carpet. Okay. If I mention you, it's because you were brought up and somebody asked who. Okay. Okay. And the thing is, if you're going to say that I said something about you, be accurate. Okay. Most of the stuff you said wasn't accurate. Blue No Matter Who was something that AB came up with, and that was toward the Black Brain Trust, and he kind of glommed everybody into the same thing. Okay?
Yes, Blue. I probably am the first one that started saying vote Blue no matter who in this space, and believe it or not, I got that from a shill that said they were vote Blue no matter who back in 2020. I had never heard the term before, but let's continue. There's a reason.
So when you hear Blue No Matter Who, doesn't mean it's you. More likely, it's Mike and MOT and that crew. That's where it came from. That's why I was trying to answer. Why don't you ask AB?
And actually, for the record, when I say Butthurt Blue, that was originally pretty much directed toward MOT. But now, I'm directing that toward Mike and DC right now.
Because he came up with it.
And we have Mike V in the room.
Go school with it.
Who's good with it? Boss's finest.
Chilling, man. I actually just happened to walk into this, but let me address this really quickly. This vote Blue no matter who thing. Most black people live in Democrat-run areas, so the whole idea,
not all the time,
of a vote Blue no matter who is very disingenuous. You have to vote who's on the ballot for you.
Yeah, no shit.
There's no such thing as this Republican that you're going to be able to vote for, this third-party person that you're going to be able to vote for.
Says who?
That doesn't
tell that to the people of Chicago. They talking about voting for Republican. Now that was a deep blue. That was a deep blue area.
Happen in the midterm, and it definitely doesn't happen in the general. So this idea that vote Blue no matter who, it's very disrespectful because it insinuates.
Well, if you would stop kissing the Democrat Party's ass, I would stop saying it. If you in DC would stop kissing the Democrat Party's ass, I would stop saying it.
Insinuates that we don't have enough common sense to determine who's on the ballot, and we just vote Democrat no matter what. That's just silly. That's a stupid, insulting sort of.
Oh, hold on, wait a minute, fellas. That's a stupid insult, but telling me because I live in Indiana, I can't comment on what Kamala Harris and Joe Biden is doing is not an insult. Really,
well,
Mike?
AB,
really?
Like AB. Notice the wording. He didn't say that's not true. He said it's stupid and an insult.
A statement to make, and it's a false allegation.
Can anybody?
Oh, but you constantly kiss the Democrat Party's ass and pretend that they can do no wrong. But that's not a false statement. Okay.
Can the panel tell me where
Democrats
this
always
blue,
say
no matter
in
who,
their
came from?
Okay, it basically came from AB because
No, I'm
AB.
talking about beyond him because I hear other people like
Oh, that
Patty
I
said
can't that I can't tell you.
Or it's a term that's misused. It's a
uh,
term that's misused in
you
the
have
space.
to bring AB back because AB's been saying it for like last year and a half. Okay.
Yeah, I was
And
knocked
that's
out by
where
this
I
time.
heard.
So
Then I hear other people saying it.
if I had
I don't
heard,
know where it
if I had heard
originated,
BGS, I would have
but
said something.
if you bring
I would
him
have
up,
came back
maybe
up,
he can
but
tell you where he got it from. Okay.
Yeah, and so my point, man, is this, man. We have facts to back up everything that we're talking about. So when someone says
if you call the bullshit that they post on WhiteHouse.gov facts, okay.
that we're 0 for 9, we're 0 for 10, check the record. Check the record. We're never 0 for 9. We back up everything that we say with facts. Everything. So this idea of a vote blue no matter who insinuates that we're incompetent, politically incompetent. And we know where the real incompetence is. When you listen to these panels, and we've run the tape back many times throughout this year.
Okay.
You hear?
And like I said, see, Democrats are listening to knuckleheads like him and MOT. And that's why a lot of stuff can't get through for black people. Because they listen to knuckleheads like him and MOT. That's why I wanted to play this.
Gibberish, foolishness, incompetence on these panels, especially from BGS.
Oh, really?
Yeah, especially from you.
What gibberish should I speak, sir?
We ran the tape back last week, man. You heard
I don't know. No, you're right here. What gibberish should I speak off the top?
Mike, just if you're listening for the record, BGS doesn't like to listen to y'all because, as he said, it's like listening to paint dry. So he may not have listened to the video. I'm just saying.
Top of your head.
All of your politics is gibberish,
No,
BGS, to
we'll-
be quite
no,
frank.
no, no,
Now,
no,
let's
well, no.
specifically talk about
Specifically.
Robert F. Kennedy.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. What
Said
about it?
Democrats should pull Robert F. Kennedy off the bench. First of all, he's not even a Democrat. Okay. And second of all, his own
Robert F. Kennedy is a Kennedy. How long have the Kennedys been known with the Democrat Party? For over 50 years?
Well, AB also is like basically what I'm seeing, like just outside looking in, like this looks like two sides of the same coin because you had a DC come up there, like just being hostile from the jump, and Mike is being passive aggressive for some reason.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, like you see, like, even when that whole shout match was happening, like BGS like changed his tone and it kind of calmed the conversation down a bit. Somewhat, at least. And then he just randomly just said, BGS, you're the problem.
Yeah. I told BGS what the problem is with him. You're wrong, Daddy.
family doesn't.
And I said that, not BGS.
Doesn't even endorse him. To think that Robert F. Kennedy would be a better candidate to run this country than Kamala Harris, you have.
Politics of the last 60 years are in Robert F. Kennedy's blood. Of course, he would be a better candidate to run than Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris can barely do a damn interview. She barely got through that softball interview. But you want this woman to run the country. You want this woman to negotiate with Vladimir Putin or Xi Jinping. But she can barely do an interview, and she's scared to do an interview on Fox News.
Yeah, I've actually been saying that in a lot of channels in the space about like how is she gonna have a conversation with Putin?
And by the way, I know you knuckleheads are listening, so the link's in the chat. If you want to come up, say something, say something.
Well, that's why like that last conversation that Trump was having, where he actually called that out himself too. I was glad that he said that because I've been asking this in chats and nobody wants to respond to that. It's just how's she going to have a conversation with these other world leaders if she's acting like this and she's scared to debate? Well, it's not like you're going to be debating with these world leaders for the most part, but just sitting down and having a conversation. And if the conversation gets tense enough, like, what are you going to do?
By the way, quiet as kept. She was supposed to do a debate yesterday. You see, that Trump did a town hall on Fox News yesterday, and Kamala Harris was invited. Kamala Harris declined. She's supposed to
I
do
saw
debate.
the one that he did today. I saw that one. Where you talking about? That was the one with Tucker, not Tucker, but what's the
Hannity.
Hannity? Yeah. Did you see the economics?
No, I actually haven't had a chance to watch that one, but and for the record, I'm not a fan of Sean Hannity to begin with. So.
I can't stand Hannity. I can't stand Hannity, man. He's such a damn kiss ass. It's ridiculous. But no, the one I'm talking about is today. I got a chance to take a look at some of it, and I saw the economic forum, and he spoke for quite a long time. It seemed like he was tired. He wasn't in his regular form, but he got to the point. And I saw a lot. What he was saying was, he was saying about the economic. He said, man, look, if you look at my numbers, what I did with the economy, with the amount of the net drilling, the amount of the net tariffs, the things that we starting to get this money on, I would say the amount of jobs, real jobs, inflation down. And he was like, if you look at it, you go and you look at minority unemployment under my not fixed numbers, real numbers. And I had the best for Black and Latino, American, whatever want to call it, minorities. They had way more actual employed workers and way more actual jobs, not government jobs, actual jobs. And it was the disparity. I mean, I can say that I've seen it. I've seen some of the companies who weren't hiring. It was a hiring blitz for 2 years. Right before COVID hit, like hard, man, it was crazy. I mean, man, it was crazy. It was so much higher. I've seen companies that their turnover is like 5%. Everybody go retired from that company. You stay there for 3, 4, 5 years. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much locked in. Man, they was hiring like crazy. Needed 100 men here. Varco, Houston, a lot of oil companies.
Let's continue this video.
Have to be smoking crack.
Why?
There's nobody even in the Republican Party that even thinks that. His own family doesn't think that, and there's not a Democrat that even thinks that.
Oh, we want to talk about family. We want to talk about how the rest of Tim Walz's family went and supported Donald Trump. Oops.
You think a person who has no political background other than his family's history?
Go ahead.
Was that picture real?
Yeah.
Because I saw that and I was like, this got to be a fake. What do they call it?
No, that picture was real.
That's crazy. And that'll tell you everything you need to know about the VP pick right there.
Yeah, well, he put tampons in the men's bathroom. What you expect? I know for damn sure that's not going to play in the Midwest.
Who are you talking about? Are you talking about tampon Tim?
Yes.
More qualified than a woman who actually has the criteria to run, to back it up.
So why do you think
him more?
Okay, more qualified. Kamala Harris is more qualified. Do you know that since Kamala Harris was nominated president, which is about 45 days, Donald Trump and JD Vance between them have done over 30 interviews. Over 30 interviews. Kamala Harris has done a little less than half of an interview. For those of you who don't know, that interview was originally 41 minutes long. They cut it down to 18 minutes to show it to the public.
41 minutes. Like I've heard from multiple sources. I don't know who confirmed this, but they were saying that like apparently she was there for hours.
Oh, okay.
So who knows what the real amount actually was? It was like of actual live footage.
Yeah, the one I heard was 41 minutes, but let's continue.
Why do you think I would say that?
Excuse me?
Why do you think I would say that?
Say what exactly?
And why he would be a better candidate? Why do you think I would say that?
You never explained it.
I did. That's the part that you didn't hear.
No, I heard. I played it back.
No, you didn't hear it.
You played it back.
No, because anybody here can tell you exactly what I said. Because number one, his name. Okay.
Yes, his name
People
recognition.
know who he is. He has a family name that resonates. It still resonates. That's how come Trump's using it. Because the Kennedy name is almost like royalty in the United States. Okay.
It is definitely royalty.
That's number one. Number two, RFK Jr., which is RFK was a very beloved figure, and the Kennedys are very beloved. Okay. Kamala Harris is virtually unknown and untrusted. Okay.
So yes, if you had put him on the bench and brought him along, you could have pulled him off the bench, but you didn't. In fact, who said that? AOC said the exact same thing, pretty much. Okay, it's too late. Okay, and I said that, you know. About,
AOC said that RFK could have been pulled off the bench.
in other words, your bench is empty because you made sure.
AOC didn't necessarily say that, but AOD did say that nobody in Democrat parties is confident about Kamala Harris. I mean, you guys and you and DC are, and Paradox are, but apparently the higher ups are not confident about the Kamala Harris. And I've seen a couple people on Facebook, but you know, it's Facebook.
That the bench was empty. Had you done it like a year before or something like that, yes, you could have put him on the bench. You could have ran him rather than Kamala Harris. Yes.
Think about what you're saying. Think about what you're saying.
I just explained it to you.
You're saying
I just explained it to you.
You're saying a person who has never run for office before.
Yes.
It's a
Wait, didn't Donald Trump do that? I'm just saying.
Better candidate than a person who's holding office.
Okay, one at a time. One at a time. One at a time.
Hold on again. Okay, what office did Donald Trump have before he became president?
Exactly.
But we're not talking about Trump. We're talking about RFK.
See.
No.
We're drawing a parallel. Okay. Yes, we're drawing a parallel. Okay. What made Trump so magnetic to the populace, right? Because he had a name, he was popular, right? He's got a name, okay? They were floating around who my choice would have been. She didn't want to run is Michelle Obama. She never ran for office, but I think she could have wiped the floor with Trump and everybody else if she had run.
But that's my
opinion.
That's my point, man. There's no scientific evidence to back up anything.
Yes,
that you're saying.
I just gave you scientific evidence.
That's not scientific.
Yes,
That's
it
not
is.
scientific.
Yes,
No, it's not.
okay.
If you think I'll be able to attack Michelle Obama the way Kamala Harris is being attacked right now? You think people would attack Michelle Obama like that? Really? Okay.
Never.
Okay. An experiment is if I take somebody that's never held office but has a name and he wins, is that not an experiment, sir? It's not a scientific experiment.
No.
Why not?
No, it's not.
Why not?
No, it's not. That's about as sophisticated as a fucking eggplant.
No.
By the way, I got 27 watching. Like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App, support the show.
Basically,
it is. It's about as sophisticated as an eggplant.
No. Wait a minute. You have a case where a guy never held political office, right?
That's one case.
That's all it takes is one.
There's plenty of cases.
No,
Ronald Reagan is a perfect case.
Ronald Reagan was governor of California.
First. It doesn't matter. What the thing is that there is a case. Okay, that's a very primary case, one that actually worked for him. Okay,
Democrats would never do what you're suggesting.
How do you know?
The reason being is they tried that in '78.
They would have done it with Michelle Obama if she wanted to run.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
I do have no idea.
No,
her name was
ran Ted Kennedy against fucking Carter.
Her name.
Mike, seriously, BGS has no idea what he's talking about. Seriously, I remember back in 20s. Hey, for those of you who don't know, I remember seeing multiple signs of people trying to get Michelle Obama to run back in 2020. Mike, you're the one that don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And I'm sure they're probably going to use this. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. People were asking Michelle Obama to run back in 2020. Straight up. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And they were asking her to run in 2024 too. And to her credit, she came out and said, "No, I'm not interested."
Yeah, she didn't want to run. She made it quite understandable to everyone that she wasn't going to run. She didn't make no pump fakes on it. They came at her to it. Now they came at her, but she has.
I remember back in 2020, people were asking for Michelle Obama to run for president.
That's right.
I remember that.
They were. That's why I was saying, like, for her, if Kamala gonna go, it's gonna be Kamala. They would never have her. That's why they to cut off the convention too, because let's just wipe it all out. And let's just say Michelle did run. And then it was Michelle versus Kamala versus Hillary versus, let's say Tulsi stayed on their side, and then it would have been Tulsi or something like that. Let them fight it out. And the other Democratic lady. Or maybe even Gavin Newsom, they was dreaming to get their boy Gavin.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Let's talk about Michelle for a minute. Say what you want about Michelle, and I haven't agree with everything Michelle said, but Michelle has something Kamala just does not have. Michelle has that it factor. I trust and believe I did not like Hillary Clinton, but Hillary Clinton had that it factor. She could hold her own. Kamala Harris doesn't look like she could hold her own. She had to do that interview with her vice president, Tim Walz. Kamala Harris does not look strong. Do you want somebody like that negotiating with Vladimir Putin? Somebody
Yeah,
who was portrayed by the KGB.
well,
Do you want that?
more than trained. Wasn't like he was running this. Like he was close to running the show.
Yes. Do you want somebody who's insecure and stumbling on words like Kamala, who does word sound like Kamala Harris, negotiating with somebody like Vladimir Putin? Do you really
what
think
you're
that's
gonna
a good
see?
idea?
I would say no, but what you would see is you would see exactly. Let's hope that it never happens, right? Knock on wood twice. But let's just say she was, then you would know what would go on. If you're seeing her in the debate, she already scared. They don't want to put her out there. She's flubbing. She's not answering questions, even at a home softball home field. She's doing stupid stuff. Using her accents in the wrong way, just pandering. Imagine when she gets over there. So the people in her ear, they're telling her to do the stuff. So she is speaking it as the people telling her ear. So who would be in charge of it? The people in her ear would be in charge of what they're telling Putin in this negotiation thing. I don't think that they would let her loose with anything.
We'll chat it up just real quick because I gotta head out real soon here. But
Okay.
I did like that Trump brought it up because like I've been asking this question and like nobody was answering me. It's just like how is she gonna negotiate with Putin? And I'm glad that he like literally said that word for word. Like how is she gonna be able to negotiate with a world leader like that?
They're gonna be in her ear telling her what to say,
that's what,
and she's not gonna be able to come off the cuff because they got her handcuffed because
and what happened? And what happens to that? And what happens to that one dude that was?
Wait a minute. But to y'all's point, she's crying now because they won't let her have notes at the debate. She's so used to reading the teleprompter and having what they want her to say that she's complaining about not being able to have notes at debates. She also complained that the mics are mute. In other words, she wants an I'm speaking moment.
Yeah, she want that on.
Hold on, wait a minute, fellas. Wait a minute. Like, share, subscribe, hit the cash app, support the show, hit the super chat, support the show. BGS tax is now in effect.
Did somebody say Beetlejuice?
like more than 3 times, yes.
Oh my God.
Candyman.
More than 3 times.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm getting an echo.
Are you getting an echo from me?
Yeah, I'm getting an echo.
Okay, hold on. I don't know why you either. Let me go ahead and come back in.
Okay. But yeah, BGS tax is now in effect. Just waiting for him to come back.
Well, I mean, if he's up here, I'm just waiting to hear what he has to say. So I don't want to misstep. So
yeah.
But yeah, like that's what I was talking about. Is that one dude? Fuck, I don't remember who he is. You would know who this is, AB. Of course, you guys would know who this is. But because like I said, I was like watching on other channels, like just going that were following up on the stuff, and the one dude that said that
Yeah.
if she was in a room with like world leaders, that they would have their way with her, and they all took it sexually, and like the dude had to go back and
I'm not
apologize and
going,
shit.
Andre, we're not going there right now.
Oh,
How about
I'm not saying all that. No, I'm not putting that
my
on.
apologies.
how about now? Is I'm good?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
But we was going over this, and Mike's talking about this. You can't prove that Michelle Obama was running. I was like, where the fuck have you been? Because I remember back in 2020, they was pushing hard for Michelle to run.
Yeah, they've been in fact, yeah, they were mentioning her, but they were saying that she didn't want to run, and as a matter of fact, just before Biden stepped down, okay, they were mentioning her name, okay, well, maybe she could be the person that could step into the breach. So I don't know. I mean, the thing is, I assume that people that are disengaged in the political process and
Right.
disengaged in this stuff would already know this kind of stuff, and I'm shocked that he doesn't know it. Sometimes I'm kind of stunned
Either
about.
doesn't know it or is purposely denying it. I'm not trying to.
I don't know because they're engaged more in this in what I call domestic politics than I am. And this is stuff
Yeah.
that's been well known for not for months but years, and I don't know why this is a shock to him. It just kind of boggles my mind. Even when it came down to Gavin Newsom feeling salty, okay, which
Yeah.
the video was out, it's been out, and then he said what Gavin Newsom said, and then DC had to correct him. So I said, yeah, you're supposed to be an insider. You're not supposed to be a pedestrian or a civilian, as we call them.
Yeah.
I thought, I'm starting to be stunned about how little they actually know.
Yeah, I couldn't help myself. I had to pick on Rolly today.
Oh, well, yeah, he's he's their favorite mascot.
Yeah, their favorite mascot showed some male buns the other day.
I heard, you know what? I don't know. I don't know if that's intentional, that's inserted, or what is because he was actually let go. When I found out he was actually let go of News One for an anti-LGBTQ comment.
Actually, that was CNN, but
The CNN.
yeah,
In other words, he's quoted to be anti rainbow, right?
right.
And so for that to pop up, that might be a way for it to soften that avenue. So sometimes you got to look at this stuff with a
Showing a whole male bun. Okay.
I mean, if you quoted anti-LGBTQ, basically, what better way to people think that you're not anti-LGBTQ than showing a whole male bun? And I think somebody as sophisticated as Roland Martin knows better than that. Okay.
Did you hear that he was trying to blame this on Elon Musk? He was like, "This is Elon interfering with the process and crap like that."
How is Elon Musk interfering with the process?
I heard it was on X.
He basically was just saying something off the cuff, saying that how the Twitter is, or Elon did it, so it automatically fed that to me because of the iPad. He blamed it on Apple as well. He said, how the iPads is. No, tell me how the iPads is, because that shouldn't be on your thing if you didn't look for it.
In other words, if you're gonna be online, or they have separate clean devices that you get online, especially if they know they're going to be in public. So that's bunk. Okay. And now if they caught him off guard and caught him at home and he was doing something that might be true, but the thing is, I don't.
This is on the middle of a live stream.
Huh?
It's on the middle of a live stream.
No, that's not going to happen. He's too sophisticated for that. That's why I think it's I'm not saying that it's not true, but I'm saying is I know how things work, and I know how they try to frame things. And I said, Roland Martin, that's an amateur move. He's been in media for 30 years. So why would he make this little simple mistake? And most people in media don't make these kind of mistakes. They have like say even you, AB, you got at some point you have separate machines for certain things.
Yeah, I always watch the video all the way through, make sure there's nothing in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I played a little clip that everybody's showing, you know, I censored it. I covered up with the with that barbecue sauce.
Yeah,
But, you know,
yeah, and he's too
Yeah.
soon. So I'm not
And-
saying that
and
I'm not saying
that's
he
what I
did.
was saying earlier, BGS. That's what I was telling AB, because if it was like a production house, because he could have his producers that could be remote, right?
Yeah.
They don't have to be there with him as long as he's feeding his feed of that way he can call everybody Simple Simons without having to press any buttons.
Yeah.
Right.
See, okay, so if that guy is remote and this and that, like you saying, but I'm saying in that studio live, that was his studio live. What do you call it? The black new black, whatever
And
he said.
Rolling Unfiltered. They called it Rolling Unfiltered.
Rolling
Yeah,
unfiltered.
rolling unfiltered. Yeah, unfiltered.
In other words, somebody like that, and as sophisticated as he is, his private machines is separate from his work machines. Okay, he's not going to get caught like that. He's not going to have everything's going to be down. He's going to be ready to do whatever he's going to do because it's a public face, and he's too much of a pro for that. So. I would, when I would look at it with a side eye that this is it's more like a setup than it looks like not a setup, but thing is, it looks like it was done intentionally. Rather
So
than
did he
accidentally.
fire his remote producer? That would be the question, and based on what your assessment is, because if he messed up like that, because you saw how he got mad, he was like, "I can't believe," and he was muted. I would like to hear what them words would say.
Yeah,
but man,
yeah, you got
unmuted it. Did you notice that part in the video too?
You have to look at this with a side eye, and you got to have something that will confirm this, because a lot of times they're trying to promote an agenda, and if he's been called anti-gay for the last few years, this was a good way for him not to be called anti-gay.
Well, I'm just saying, like the argument they've been using for a long time, like these people, they've been trying
People
to
were
say
talking about those.
Good.
Well, they've been trying to say like the most like anti them people, you know, might have some stuff going on, which, I mean, I'm just saying it's like just like if like you said is not you BGS, but somebody said that like the name of his channel was like Unfiltered, and that sounds pretty unfiltered to me. It's like to have Mel Buns there, just.
Yeah, okay. Well, what I'm saying is when somebody that high up and that well educated and that sophisticated makes a mistake, you have to really look at it more closely. I'm not saying that he didn't happen, but the thing is, I said, okay, why was it on his machine? How come it popped up? And it didn't pop, it wasn't like it was like a 5 or 6 seconds. It's like a split second. Okay,
right?
That it popped up. Almost like an insert, because it didn't look right. It
did look like it looked like an insert.
It looked like an insert, and then it was taken down, and then all of a sudden all this kerfuffle, right? So, so is people coming out of the woodwork saying that Roland Martin is gay? He likes men or something like that? To actually confirm that he is that persuasive?
I would just say somebody had some not safe for work stuff from what the facts is. Like you said, got going facts. What the facts is, like I said, because it could be a remote guy, somebody that's remotely doing some not safe for work stuff. When you post to be at work, he's paying them. He's paying them to do this. So if I'm paying to destroy my credibility, then that means you're fired immediately. That guy cannot produce.
Well, then you would come out immediately and say who it was and why it was on your machine, and you wouldn't hide it and let it percolate like that, because your reputation's at stake.
Right.
Very true. That's the point. I was
I actually played this earlier, BGS. The reason I got Sabby on the screen is because, believe it or not, Roland Martin came after her.
I don't know what I don't know. Something's going on, man. Where they're actually
and as Sabby pointed out that she doesn't follow Roland Martin. She hadn't really said anything about Roland Martin, and
so
he came after her because
what did she say about Kamala Harris that he didn't like?
She was talking about the greens in the tub situation.
Okay, yeah,
and you know, like how she used bacon, Tabasco sauce, and some other stuff. And
okay, so
and that actually explains, you know, everybody makes their greens differently. I don't necessarily have a problem with the Tabasco sauce, but she puts like white vinegar in it too. I'm like,
well, she been going in on the Democrats for like the last few months. So
let me see where this is at.
Did I say my family made the rule? No.
I actually did see it, but yeah. So, but
Nobody talking to the roly-po. Nobody. Roland comes in and inserts himself into this conversation. I think he thought he was going to ratio me, but it did not work that way. Okay, 3.1K likes. He came in 789 likes. This is what Roland Martin had to say. And you pushing the same hot sauce bullshit. Stories were done a decade before about her love of hot sauce. That ain't new. And your family didn't establish the rules on washing collard greens, but hers did. What you know about my family, Roland? Hers did.
She took it personal behind them greens, boy. She was like, "How you know about my family? We don't do that."
Well, yeah, some people don't, but
Yeah.
But I've seen it before, more than once. That's why I don't know why it's that big a deal. But my thing
The only
is,
thing I see people making the bathtub BGS. Now I'm from the South, man, but I'm saying only time I see people make anything in the bathtub, like anytime they're gonna drink or eat, which never was eating, it was drinking. And people always say you see the certain person go to the store and they come out with all these bags of sugar, and then they go to the house. And when they take that sugar, they go in the bathtub. They call it bathtub
liquor,
lightning.
yeah.
And they make it in the bathtub. And then some people put the little Kool-Aid pack to make it look pink. Everybody got their little.
Yeah, I've never seen greens made put in the
I
bathtub.
never seen no greens.
They're not
I seen
made. They're not
but
made. They're not made in the bathtub. Okay, if you have a whole pile of greens that can't go into your sink, right? What they do is clean out the tub. And they scour the tub and sanitize the tub because the greens are gonna get cooked anyway. Okay,
Right.
Doesn't matter.
But yeah,
right?
you have to wash them first, right?
You have to wash all the dirt and crap off of them. So that's what they do first. Okay, they'll put because they're gonna use detergent. They use detergent and shit anyway to wash if the greens are dirty. Especially collards get really dirty, right?
Yeah.
If they got a ton of them, then instead of putting them in the sink, they'll really clean out the tub really clean. They'll put them
Yeah,
all.
let me be fair. If you're in the South, yeah, I could see some. Wait a minute, I could see somebody.
I've seen it in the city. I've seen it in the city. My mother did it. Okay, my aunts did it. So I'm not saying that everybody does it. Okay,
right.
But I've seen it being done. But what I'm saying is, I don't know why it's such a big deal when it's a presidential race.
Right.
What's the big deal? But the thing is, what did Roland Martin say about it? That's what I'm curious about because I didn't see it.
No, he was just being sassy with Sabby here because
Yeah.
he thought she was hating on Hillary Clinton because she mentioned Hillary Clinton and all that, and he just pretty much digging in her business because she didn't mention him at all, didn't tag him or anything.
If you look at that video,
He did her a favor then.
Yeah.
If you look at the video though, if y'all look at that video again and watch the video where I think it was in this lady's channel on her page, it was her talking to the other black lady who was talking to her about the green recipe. You can tell it was a candid moment. They wanted to get it. So we're gonna have a black woman talking to another black woman about the greens. We're gonna put the greens thing up there. And we've already said it. We're not gonna back off of it now. We're gonna keep it rolling.
Now I will
and then she did the recipe right with the bacon, like because we keep on talking about this. That woman took it right the bacon. So they went back and looked. They went back and looked. I'm gonna give you this is red meat here because I was like, man, is anything with this? They went back and looked, and it was like this Food Network recipe, and the way that she said it, it was like almost exactly to the T. Besides
now, hold on, wait a minute.
Where do you think the Food Network gets it from?
Somebody got different ones on there. They got different ones.
In other words, you have to get it from somebody that's actually done this before. It's not unusual. Okay. And
white people don't cook it all the way right though.
But they get it from people that the recipes are being passed down. They don't create the recipes out of nothing. Okay, and I've seen people to use what they call thick bacon to make greens. It's not unusual.
Yeah, that's not unusual. Yeah, and
that's
hold on, wait a minute. Let me get in. Hold on, wait a minute.
Okay. What's the difference between salt pork and bacon?
Not that much different. Hold on, let me get in. Go
ahead. Okay.
And actually, to Kamala's credit, based on what I heard, She can't cook. Based on what she said she was putting in it, she can't cook.
Yeah.
She got some skill.
Okay. Now, like I said, what's the difference? What's the difference between salt pork and bacon? Except bacon being more expensive.
Yeah.
Salt pork is
Nothing.
different because the amount of salt, and then they got the fat cap on there, and then you got the little piece of lean on there, but mostly it's fat back, and then it's salty. Typically the fat back
So
itself is
there's no salt in bacon.
What I'm
Yes,
saying is,
it's salt and
No.
bacon.
I want him to answer it. There's no salt in bacon.
yeah, there depending on if you got uncured bacon, you can do uncured bacon, right?
I don't,
You can
it, cured or
the
uncured.
smokehouse, if you're curing it, right? You're gonna put salt.
What bacon do you know that does not have salt in it?
Well,
None of the
You
bacon I
gotta
know.
put some sodium in. You gotta have some
Exactly. In other words,
but you can get it. You can chop it off. It just ain't gonna taste the same.
What is salt pork made out of?
What I'm saying is the salt pork. If you put that salt pork in the
what is
got all the salt in it already.
what is it made out of?
Well,
it's still swine.
It's smoked what? Pork, right?
Not
Right?
all the time. It ain't got to be smoked. It's brined heavily with salt. Sometimes it's
Salt
not
pork.
smoked.
Basically, it's the same shit, man. Okay.
Well,
do you know why black folks use salt pork rather than bacon?
Everybody don't use it no more.
No. Okay. First,
of all,
you have to listen. You have to listen to the question that I'm asking, okay, and not answering what you want to answer. Right? Why do black folks use salt pork instead of bacon?
Probably only piece of the pig they could use.
No.
Okay.
It's because it's cheaper. Okay. Bacon is very expensive. You would not put a ton of bacon in your greens because it's too expensive, even though bacon will make your greens taste better.
Yes.
If you're gonna go swine, I would say ham hocks. If you like
why
swine,
do you use ham hocks? You would use bacon is because bacon tastes better. You would use the better cut of the pork to make your greens taste better. But the thing is, guess what it's going to cost you to make a whole bunch of greens? It's going to cost you a lot of money.
It's nowhere in the world, Bertha B. Evans was finna waste some unnecessary money on a slab of bacon when she could get a big square thing of fat.
That's the difference. Because I've been, like I said, my mother's from Louisiana, Shreveport, Louisiana. My daddy's from Dallas, Texas. Okay, all my folks from the freaking South. They were freaking. They're free. Okay, my folks were sharecroppers. Were your folks sharecroppers?
Yeah.
They were?
Yeah.
They were sharecroppers, right? So you know why you saw pork and fat back and that kind of cheaper cuts of meat to do greens instead of bacon. Bacon you eat, okay? You don't use it, you don't cook it in greens unless you got a lot of money. Okay.
Yeah.
We were using ham hocks right there because if the ham hocks like you Louisiana.
All right, man. Okay. All right. Okay, man.
Yeah, I just want to quickly ask a question to AB and BGS since you're up here now. Since BGS, you mentioned this on like your last stream, and also AB. I want to ask you in general. It's like the whole thing about like the Venezuelans taking over apartment buildings. If you're able to answer it, cool. If you can't, cool as well. I'm just wondering like what your thoughts are on that.
In other words, if you saw armed black folks with AK-47s taking on a whole apartment building, what do you think would be your reaction of the local police?
They would have called it a national
shut
guard.
that shit down in an instant.
So in other words, how can Venezuelans on camera nationwide come in with AK-47s and M6 and M15s or M14s in a band taking over a whole apartment building and nothing happens?
I smell cahoots. That's cahoots.
Well, the thing is, like, it's been going on like for a while now. Like,
have you answered my question yet, sir?
No.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Okay. Okay, man. You want you a dude, right? Okay. Okay. If your boys, okay, back in the day, if your boys gonna take over some shits, what's the first thing you gonna check and make sure that you get rid of?
Anybody that's gonna be a threat
Uh,
to be like
First, first of all, what you gonna get rid of? You gonna get rid of fucking cameras, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
yes, that as well.
So how the fuck you gonna come in, set up an operation, and a fucking camera catches you live with your guns and shit going into an apartment building, and you don't catch the camera? What's going on with that?
Well, I mean, you have said that like this is like a planned thing,
I'm
right?
asking you. I'm not. I don't give a shit about that. I'm talking about you because you're a rude boy. Okay, you're a fucking rude boy, right?
Well, I'm saying what you said.
No,
Like
no,
you said,
no. I asked you a question. You're a fucking rude boy, right? A former rude boy, right?
yeah, I'm retired now.
You're
Yeah.
retired now. You're fucking rude boy. Would you walk into a place? Would you walk into a place like that and see cameras and walk past the fucking camera with your gas?
Well, hell no.
Hell no. So in other words, these people walk through this building with gats, right, on camera. This shit is nationwide, and if you did that, what you think the local police would do to you if you on camera and all of a sudden you on the evening news walking into taking over an apartment building with your gas? What do you think would happen to you?
Oh, it'd be code 3. Number 1, it'd be code 3. All units, code 3. It'll be shut down, taped off, and it's gonna start. They're gonna bring that truck. If you barricade it, they're gonna play with you with that negotiator for a little bit, but they're gonna break that whole house down.
I understand. I understand, but I want him to answer because he asked the question, right?
Well, I mean, if you're asking a personal question, because I have seen scenarios where footage mysteriously disappeared.
Okay. What do you think would happen to the building that you took over? What do you think? What do you think would go on?
Well, that's the thing, right? Because like I was listening to like people in these places, like actually talking about it, the ones that actually acknowledged it, that said that yes, this happened, but the only places they took over was abandoned buildings.
It doesn't matter, okay? If you walk into if you walk into a freaking in Canada, we know what will happen, right? Because y'all don't carry guns like that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If you walk into a freaking abandoned house and saw a bunch of cats walking to a freaking abandoned house they're all strapped up, nobody will come check you out. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, if you say from my perspective, like yes, you would definitely get checked because like what the fuck are you doing?
What the fuck you doing? Number one, yeah, you probably have like 10 squad cars armed and ready telling you come out the fucking house, okay? And find out what number one, why are you here? Okay, and why are you in an abandoned house and everybody armed to the teeth? And they be trying to put a terrorist rap on you, okay? Because ain't no reason you be in an abandoned house strapped up like that, okay? That's a threat to the neighborhood, right?
Yeah, but in
Yeah.
some cases,
All right. We're moving on. Hold on. Wait a minute. We're moving on. We're moving
Okay.
on from this.
I mean, what I'm saying is, if they close in on these people and find out who they were and check them out, there's got to be a reason they're there. You don't take over a whole abandoned anything strapped up like that, and nobody does anything unless it's allowed.
That's why I said cahoots. That's why I just
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
cahoots.
Let's move on. Let's move
Okay.
on. Now, I did go. I did eventually go back and watch the playback. That was bad, disrespectful, man. What the fuck?
What I'm saying is, half the time I didn't understand where it come from. Right? It's like, okay,
You guys weren't even talking about them at all. I was trying to. AL was talking about something, and then all of a sudden he just came in there. I was like,
At first we didn't know what he was talking about. I said, okay. I thought it was a joke. I thought he was just playing. And then it got to the point he wasn't playing. And then he started pointing at me. I want to talk to you. So, okay. I said, well, calm down and talk to me. He didn't want to calm down. He wanted to say, okay. Well, I'm from whatever he's from in D.C. Like, it's supposed to mean something, right? I have no idea what the area he's from in
well,
D.C. I said, motherfucker, I'm from Watts. Okay, so what?
well, I know
Now
what
what?
I'm about to say is probably going to hurt his feelings, but it's just the truth. Now do you understand what I say when I say butthurt blue?
No, yeah, I guess so.
Because that man came into the building 86 hot off the rip. I said something and he just started lambasting BGS. I mean, coming in. I mean, hot, screaming, hollering. And then BGS. All right, I'm going to meet you with the same energy.
I don't understand why he was screaming at me because I didn't say nothing. Okay.
Yeah, and for the record,
Mhm.
about when I originally came up with that term, butthurt blue, it was
Yeah.
actually directed not at the Black Rain. Well, one of them. It was directed at MLT.
Yes. All right. Yeah, that's true. And
It
then,
was
and then,
because he's an asshole and he's always butthurt when he comes around.
AB, you know how they do. If you pick on one, they all form up like Voltron. They go feel like if you picked on one, you picked on all of us. We go go and try to defend them, and that's what they did. They came in, the two of them. First, it was just him, CD, and then here comes Mike. And then when BGS kept asking relevant questions, pertinent questions, just all right, I asked you a question. No, they wouldn't answer the question. They had to go all off, doing like old boy was doing a while ago when BGS asked you a simple question, not what your answer is supposed to be, what the answer is. Like yes or no, is this that? Not what you feel the answer should be. That's why when he keeps correcting y'all feel some type of way. It's not BGS's fault. It's y'all fault. If a person asks you a simple question, give them a simple yes or no response so we can move on from it. Not try to think, okay, let me give him my perspective of the answer that I think he might want. No, all he wants is the simple yes or no so we can keep this shit flowing and moving.
Yeah. But to your point though, BGS about RFK. What is it like? Almost close to 100 years of political experience in this little pinky compared to what Kamala Harris is doing.
Yeah.
Depending on how far back, I don't know how far back the Kennedys go. You would have to tell me. I don't. I know at least it's the 60s, but I know they go back further than that.
Well, Joe goes all the way back into the 40s and stuff like that, trying to get his kids ready to run, and then going to Harvard and all that kind of stuff in World War II. So they all they go back
around
to
80 years.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
80 years of political blood, and he's not qualified to run for office. Okay.
I don't get it. Then he says, I said he never held office, and how can he be qualified for president? I said, you're Donald Trump. I mentioned Donald Trump. I said Donald Trump. What office did Donald Trump hold before he actually became president? Well, that doesn't matter. We're talking about the Democrats. Okay, we're talking about Democrats. Okay,
and,
all right.
To your point about Michelle, it doesn't really matter how you feel about her. She has that it factor.
Yeah,
and that's something Kamala just doesn't have. Say what you want about Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton had that it factor.
Yeah.
She was a confident woman.
Yeah. I mean,
like it or not.
Like it or not.
I don't see that in Kamala.
Yeah, and Kamala could have competed, or Joe Biden could have competed against RFK and whoever, right? But they blackballed. Well, they told the other people not to run, okay, because Gavin Newsom really wanted to run, and Pelosi really wanted him to run, and they blackballed RFK because he wouldn't stand down.
At this point, BGS, part of me, I understand why they did it, but part of me feels like they should have just left the old man in there.
They couldn't because he
was dragging down the house race.
He couldn't campaign, and they expressed it to him, and I felt the same way. And really the thing is, and this is where I heard this was explained to me, right?
Okay,
is that they and the AOC kind of said the same thing. If you go back and really listen closely to what she was saying, right? They felt that this election cycle was a waste. Okay, you're gonna lose anyway, so why drag the down ballot people in Congress and the Senate down with you, because the money's not going to get released if you hang on. So the money, the delegates, the news cycle, you can't campaign, you can't do this, blah blah blah. So they cut a deal. And they threatened. People don't mention that, but they did threaten to
the 25th Amendment.
25th Amendment, right? And they had a real good case, okay. And so they cut a deal. If you let me finish out my term, I will not run. And so I think that's the deal that they cut, because people like Blinken and a whole bunch of other people cannot do what they're doing now if he's not in office. There's no
Yeah.
there's no guarantee that if he steps down, Kamala is going to allow Blinken and the other folks to keep doing what they're doing. There's no guarantees, and in my opinion, it's just my opinion. I think he wants to at least see it through for the next 6 months to see if he can try to correct some things or get some kind of process.
Yeah.
In.
His all
Yeah.
I got to say is his proxy word projects are not looking good right now
I
at
think
all.
I think if he was finished, whatever agenda that they had, I think he would have been more comfortable with ceding power over to Kamala and let Kamala finish out whatever term he had left out, and then she got to run her own. That probably would have been the best thing.
Yeah.
And I think I think Newsom and the rest of the Democrats kind of felt that way. The Obamas kind of felt that way. Obama was actually correct. Okay, if you can't run, and if you can't run and you're incapacitated, then it goes to an open convention, and
Yeah.
that's supposed to be the rule, and that didn't happen. They that's what Gavin Newsom was saying. They overdid that, and
Mhm.
and
Now
they weren't
I will shout out Obama for his DNC speech, because if you look at his face, you're like, are they buying this bullshit that I'm saying right now?
they're politicians, right?
I'm like, are they buying this bullshit that I'm saying right now?
What did they say? I think it's famous line, Hunt for Red October, right? I'm a politician. I kissed the baby while stealing the sucker with the other hand. Okay.
Yeah, but he had that look on his face. I was cracking up. I was like, well, at least he's trying to sell it.
Yeah. Gavin Newsom was trying to hold frame. So, but
Yeah. Did you see? I sent it to you. Did you see? Candace versus that knucklehead.
Mm-mm. I didn't see it.
She demolished this Zionist because she's like me, not
Oh,
happy.
yeah, she's not happy with it, and that's like her and Ben
I'm not
Shapiro.
happy with it either. I try to be
Ben,
quiet about it because I know how sensitive they are.
and Ben
But
Shapiro fell out. Well, hell, evidently the Israelis that are there are not happy with it either. Okay, because they're
Well,
protesting.
well, AB, are you talking about like the debate that she had with the rabbi?
yes,
I was
Okay.
I was assuming it's the same rabbi that last bullshit was from.
I don't know why it's a debate. Okay.
it's not really a debate. It's and from the Christian standpoint, I agree with her. It's demonic. They're
Yeah.
showing their hand. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you're becoming Caesar, and for lack of a better term. So you're just as bad as the people that you denounce.
and and I know they just found like 5 or 6 hostages that have passed because
Mm.
no, in the last week or two, and I put that on BB. I'm sorry.
It's a war, okay? It's a war,
Yeah.
and how have you treated the Palestinian hostages? Or even the Palestinian people that you're starving to
Oh,
death.
I don't even want to go into that because there's been a lot of reporting on that, what they've been doing in them prisons.
Oh yeah, they showed it on TV. Yeah.
That's the behind the wall shit.
Yeah,
I don't want to go into that.
they reported it on TV. So and the people agree with it. So and folks are like, "Yeah, this is the last straw. You need to end this because you're destroying the economy
Yep.
because
Yep. Israel economy is in the shithole. Yep.
the Houthis are any trade that you're doing, the Houthis are stopping it. So the
Yep.
economy's in a hole. Your economy's down like 40%. In the last year, people are leaving. Okay, and you really don't have if you had to go to a full scale war, especially against Hezbollah, right? You don't have the people.
Yeah.
You ain't got the people. So
And it's not looking good on the other side either. I was looking at Iran last few days. They're pretty much saying it's only a matter of time when Zelensky when it collapsed. I was like, oh shit.
that is basically basically what I mean. They put themselves in a position where the Chinese and in my opinion, the Chinese and Russian are just bleeding the West economically and militarily. Okay, they're willing to let you keep slugging it out and wasting money and wasting ammo and wasting machines, trying to on this lost cause. If you want to keep feeding the machine, all you're doing is bankrupting your economies and bankrupting your
Which is pretty
the
much what's
military,
happening.
and
Yeah.
that's what's happening. So they were perfectly willing to extend the war. Okay.
Well, BGS. I'm like, what are your thoughts on like Trump when he was saying once again? This is not the first time he said it. Like you've heard it more than I have, most likely. But when he's saying that like when I was in office, like there was no war happening in the world, which obviously is a lie because there was war happening in the world. But
He didn't start it.
Like
He didn't
He
start
said-
any new
he
ones.
didn't- in other words, the war, what we call wars, there really wasn't. They really weren't wars. Okay. In other
Mhm.
words, the wars had already receded, and these were just peace. What's called
Yeah, at
police,
that
police
time
action.
it was a period
Police-
deal too with the Assad deal. That was like a hot point, and he refused to get into that. And Assad was trying
Yeah.
to push hard then. He
Yeah.
refused to get into that.
Who I missed one?
The credit.
Yeah.
Well,
They were- they were-
I more so just thought he was talking about like first.
Hold on, wait a minute, fellas.
Go ahead.
Oh, just a minute. Let's see. Yeah, shout out to Mississippi Delta BGS tax. Wow, AI allowed me to complete the 12 hours regular 1 week better or worse. Hey,
Oh yeah, allowed me to compete 12 hours in a regular week job for better or worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as they pay you for it, man. The thing is, it's like the old campers story. You don't have to keep ahead of outrace the bear. You have to outrace the person next to you.
yeah, let's have a little fun here. Did you hear about the dumbasses that thought they were screwing over Chase over the weekend?
Didn't hear about that.
Oh my God, I
Yeah,
saw that.
yeah, a bunch of dumbasses claim they found this this glitch in Chase Bank, and
Okay.
they were
Hold on, y'all. You're talking at the same time. Let me finish the story.
and they were writing all these blank checks for like thousands and thousands of dollars.
Okay.
And basically, naturally, after Labor Day, Chase asked for their money. Pretty
Okay.
much.
Okay.
So now all these people are crying because they put the checks in, and it's in negative because y'all were playing, y'all were committing fraud against Chase. I mean, and I'm like, okay, dumbasses, what you think was going to happen?
You didn't think that the AIs were going to catch this a simple accounting error?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
Human beings might not have, but AIs will catch this shit. Okay.
Well, see, look, this is what Chase got, right? I don't have Chase. I used to have them. But
Okay.
Chase got this thing, right, where you can, if you go through a certain amount of money in a bank, you can go up there and you can get money that you theoretically, right, do not have based on the amount of money. They were having, if they had that account where at least had a direct deposit or some kind of movement within a certain amount of thousands of dollars, they will let you go against. I've seen some of their screenshots, the people who did it. It's like, man, I did it and I was 38,000. I'm like 38,000.
Okay. Okay.
Man, like went and got all that money. So that's like crazy.
So if you don't pay, so how long can you get away with it before they come get you?
Not very long.
They gonna find out, like you said, brother. They gonna find it out. But see, look at
I forget
the
hold on, wait a minute. Let me get in, brother.
Okay.
I forget what the number is, but they said like anything like over 10,000, they have to report on that shit.
$600. They have to report.
Well, 600 now, but if there's a certain amount you're taking out or transferring, they have to report on that.
Yeah, they don't have to report it. The trusted AI will catch it automatically and flag whoever the respective internal revenue or the banks. So it's automatic.
Yeah.
So
even if you go and just get 10 bands out your bank right now, if you don't go in there, they're gonna still bring out somebody to even just because that's a lot of money. Like when you get 10 bands.
If you take out over $600 out of your account, okay, it's got to be it's got to be checked. Okay, so if you write a check for anything over $600 or moves $600, And Biden put that in 2020, 2021, 2022. Okay, remember that?
Something like that. Yeah.
Remember that?
At first it was 300. They went up to 600.
No,
I
no,
know
no,
exactly what you're talking about.
no, it was always 600. It used to be 20,000. You can move $20,000 and it basically wouldn't flag it. Okay, but now what Biden loaded $600 and people complained about it because that's nothing. That's not even a house payment. Okay, and then
Right.
people would complain about it.
But yeah, it's because exactly the reason why, because it's less money. Why the IRS need to be in everything I'm doing.
Exactly. Well, because they want to make sure that they get every dollar is because they're doing what they're doing right now. Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
Taxation.
And
That's
so,
taxation. We know
yeah.
what it is. It comes out of
So,
your check. But the point,
so
what I was saying was,
Well,
if like to your point when you said how long would it take them to find out if the bank? That's what I was trying to tell you earlier. If the bank
no,
gonna
they will find out. They will
have you ever
find.
had an accidental like
Hold on, hold
10,000
on,
put in?
hold on. Listen. They find out immediately. I said, how long does it take before they come get you?
That's what I'm
Because they're going
saying.
to come get you. Because it's going to flag them immediately. So anything over $600 get
It could
flagged.
be flagged. It's different levels of it, like you said, and I'm sure that deals with the money amount. But when it flags it like that, I would say for that time, because I've seen it happen. I've seen a bank give an account 20,000. Person
Okay.
called me, man, I got 20,000. I don't know where it come from. They take the money out the bank. Listen to me close.
Uh-huh.
They take the money out the bank. It took
Yes.
a couple of days, right? It took a couple
Mm-hmm.
of days. I won't say the bank's name, but
Mm-hmm.
they got sued for some of this stuff
Of course.
because
Yeah.
okay, and then now all of a sudden they couldn't relinquish the money. So yeah, the police came within 72 hours.
Yes.
They were arrested, and then
Yes.
that's how we found out about the story because
Yeah.
of
Yes.
how they actually took all the money out of there.
It-
But it's very quickly. It's not like some long protracted process. You still above that money, you're going to jail.
It's the whole thing, and it's even faster now because human beings don't have to go back and check it. I think my daughter, I don't know what she did, I don't know who she got involved with, but some shit like that happened, right? And they were coming to us about I think it was like maybe $5,000, and they came to us and
Wow.
said that we need. And her mother called me, said we need to come with $5,000 because something happened with my daughter's bank account, and the check was cleared, and now the money's missing. Blah blah blah. I said okay. I said, you know what? We got the money. We'll pay it. But the thing is, I want the person that cleared that check. Okay. If you give me the employee that okayed that check, because it's supposed to be held 14 days, okay, it was held for 3. And give me the employee that cleared the check, and we'll pay the money.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what happened? I ain't heard from him since. Because whatever happened, they didn't want to give that employee up. So if you can't give me the employee that cleared, because back then it had to be cleared manually by a person, right? Somebody got to clear that check and pay it out within a certain amount of time, right? Give me the employee that cleared it, that okayed it and paid and gave the money up, then I'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and pay it back. If you can't do that, I don't want to hear from you. Didn't hear from them.
That's right. Exactly right. And then whoever, and that's where they're gonna come and who gonna get the money.
Okay.
Because fraud,
Yeah.
like the man saying, it is fraud.
It is fraud. It is fraud, and I'm sure that she got mixed up in it some kind of way. I'm not saying that she did or didn't, right? But I said, I've been in this game too long, okay? And I had a buddy that used to do this shit. He worked for a goddamn bank. Okay? Somebody had to okay that check. Somebody had to clear this. He had to clear this and said, who is it and what happened? And they wouldn't give it up, so basically they had to eat that. You got to eat it.
Yeah. Going back on topic for a little bit.
Go ahead.
Interesting poll. Apparently,
Mm-hmm.
Kamala Harris only has about 77% of the black vote in the states. Ooh, okay.
And dropping like a stone, okay, because a lot of people are waiting.
Where's that poll coming from?
Well, we don't. Basically, I saw her. They actually released a poll. Okay, they email you shit. Actually released a poll where they're actually behind. And sent by the Harris Walls campaign. They're behind.
I told you what that email.
Yeah.
I think goes with them being paid shields. I think they got their marching orders because the honeymoon's over and They you know, they like you said, they're going for the blitz.
Okay. I mean, if you're paid, you should be better educated than
Yeah.
this because obviously the questions that you ask have been you should obviously know what the answers to them are, and if you don't, then why should I listen to you? Because you don't know. And at least the thing is, in this circle, in this freaking circle, we do this shit too much. Okay, and you
Yeah.
trying to bullshit us, man? Come on, man, stop.
Well, like obviously you're gonna have to take this with a grain of salt, but like I did see somebody that was saying that apparently he was getting mail. He was getting mail from like magazines, etc., from stuff that he's not subscribed to.
Okay, that happens.
Like,
That happens.
Yeah.
well, like paid subscriptions that was like Kamala is the next president and support her and this kind of shit.
Well, okay.
Oh, speaking of which, I got a funny story about that actually.
Mm-hmm.
Remember I told you I was a beta male orbiter?
Yeah.
Well, funny story. When that chick got pregnant,
Okay.
I kid you not. I can't prove it, but I think somebody in our family did it.
Okay.
I started getting magazines about fatherhood.
Yes.
Oh man, I was
they can't happen because who you're associated with, and sometimes people can give your name. Okay, who else will be interested in the magazine like this or information like this, and they can give your name out. That's where it comes from.
Yeah.
Well, like,
yeah. Let me finish, Andre. But I was like, okay, this is a little fishy. This happens as soon as she gets pregnant. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
In other words, she didn't give your name out. So.
No, yeah, somebody in the family gave their name out.
Yeah. Oh, and she could have done it. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, she could have done it. Go ahead, Andre. What you want
Go
to
ahead,
think?
Yeah, I was gonna say, AB being a stepdad is magical. And
Is
like,
it?
why are you being so selfish that you don't want to take care of another man's child?
Oh yeah.
The thing is, one thing if you're if you're dating and you want the pussy, okay, and she gives it to somebody and get pregnant by somebody else, you can feel some kind of salt. You can feel
Let me see
salty
if I can
about it.
find that video. Because these heifers are getting bad. Did you get that video I sent you of that lesbian, that stud?
Yeah, so man, I've heard. It's not the first. No, she's kind of young, but I've heard that before. Okay, from middle-aged stuff.
Let's see. It's gonna be in the cent.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the studs are tired of them. I'm like,
but the thing is, normally when they're younger, they don't feel that way. So now they're getting younger and younger because normally that they talk about that kind of stuff when they're like in their mid-30s and maybe their early 40s.
Right.
Because they didn't spend all the money and spend all their energy. So evidently, these chicks out there dating is bad. If studs that are young are talking about it.
Yeah, I got it. Just a minute. But yeah, that was hilarious.
If you want to change teams, what makes you think the guy's gonna want you?
What's up? I'm a stud. I like girls, but I think
let me.
I think I'm finna start dating men, and let me tell you why. So I've been out here dating, and I just find that I date a lot of these femmes, and it seems like they looking for a parent instead of a partner, bro.
Oh, you just now figuring that out?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I love spoiling my women. I love paying for stuff. I love taking them on dates and getting them flowers and make sure they're good in every way, make sure they're safe, opening the door for them, all that. I love that stuff. But it seems like I can't get any spoiling in return. Nobody wants to play that.
In other words, she still got a vagina.
Yeah, in other words, yeah, she's still a woman and she wants some kind of return on her investment. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm getting girls flowers, taking them on these crazy dates, and you know, them real good. You know,
it's
hard
hard.
Home said getting them all of this and getting nothing.
Yep.
Hard being a man, ain't it, baby?
Yeah.
In return, like I don't know if girls are fake gay, but they don't even want to. Like they don't even want to f back. Like they don't even want to back.
Oh, now they know how we feel. Oh, now they know how we feel for
like,
real.
I'm like, what? I be trying to ask girls, like, are you gay for real? Like, are you gay? Because you act like, you know what I'm saying? It even come down to the conversation. I be carrying the conversation, asking them questions, figuring out what they like and what they don't like. And they don't ask nothing back. Like, and I asked this one girl, like, why don't you ask nothing about me? And she said, I'm just trying to see for myself. What? Like, if I'm paying for everything, I'm doing all the I'm initiating everything.
What would we call studs? Studs? What we like to call studs? Better simps.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
like,
they're trying to be the better simp. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like just talking about studs. Like I don't know if you guys know, 'cause like actually I had a few stud friends and hanging around them, not trying to fuck them or no shit like that. 'Cause it's just like we like the same thing, both like bitches, but
Okay.
just talking to them like you can kind of see is like you can kind of see the error in your own ways because you're looking at it through like
Yeah.
an outside lens.
Yeah, because they have a different view of dating women. So
yeah.
Yeah, and that's why we're cool because it's just like I can see what I was doing wrong. And I
What
can
you
see
could
you
do
doing
is
the
a
same
little,
shit.
Mm-hmm.
or something, or bring me some flowers. Walk to the gas station, give me a bag of chips. I'm not asking for a lot, but it seems.
But her position doesn't describe me. What did you always say about lesbian PGS? Every lesbian has their favorite
dick. Yeah. Their favorite
Looks like
penis.
I am because I can't get anything out these girls, and not
Well,
everything is
I'm just
about
want a
this.
cupcake.
But if you're not finna do this and make sure that I'm satisfied, then you have to pay for something. You're gonna have to pull up. You're gonna have to give me something, some blunts, some alcohol, or something. And honestly, I ain't gonna lie, you rolling up every once in a while ain't even enough no more. It's not enough. Like I need the full experience the same way that I'm giving you. I just feel like with a man, like he's automatically expected to do things, put stuff in motion, pay for stuff.
Oh yeah,
all this stuff that I have to do.
but you would expect the man to do what you want. Yeah.
Energy and treat him really well because
She
I
want
already
more
have
than
a
she
opinion
like she
as a
got sick of
masculine
that.
presented person. And honestly, I'm not even masculine. Like I'm kind of STEM. Like I'm kind of STEM. I like to switch it up. Like I like to be mad most of the time, but I will put on some.
Yeah, you can kind of tell she's not full stud, but yeah.
Well, I could always cook on this shit because I know about this stuff, but basically it's like like the studs what always ends up happening to them is that like the chick, like the pretty girl, because the stud and like they got a pretty girl or whatever, but the pretty girl always ends up pregnant and they don't understand why it happened. They never understand why it happened.
But why the pretty girl wound up pregnant?
Yeah,
they
never understand why it happened. Yeah, the stud never understands why it happened.
Because she wants some dick. She also wanted a baby.
Yeah,
and the stud can't give her a baby.
The stud is trying to play a male role.
Yeah, but she can't give her a baby.
Exactly. So they never understand why it happened. That's why
they know why it happened. They're just mad because they think that every woman that messes with a stud is completely gay, and it's not true. Even studs are not completely gay.
I go into Walmart, brother, and I see a fresh pregnant woman with a stud and about 3 other kids in the stroller and them grocery cart.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Sounds about
like,
right.
well, who's getting pregnant? We know the stud ain't getting pregnant.
Yeah.
So obviously they already there. So I see it all the time. So it's not like
she basically she couldn't get along with baby daddy, and stud stepped into the breach. She saw her opportunity to play the
that's
masculine
like that
role.
better simp, like y'all said.
The better simp, the greater simp, the greater simp theory. Just like the greater fool theory. Yeah.
Oh gosh, you gave me an idea.
I know I did.
Greater simp theory.
And the greater simp theory, the greater fool theory. Yeah.
Not getting nothing in return. It just got me like overwhelmed, and as a giver, I need me a giver, and maybe I just haven't found her yet. But it's making me think that maybe I'm on the wrong side, because at least I know with a man I'm supposed to get some type of spoiling. Because right now I'm not getting nothing, and it's making me want to switch. So anybody that's out there,
baby, now you know how we feel.
Studs, am I out there? Y'all feeling like? Let me know if I'm tripping, bro.
No, you ain't tripping, baby. That's very she just peeped it early. That's all.
AB, she won't switch teams now. She's like, oh no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm willing to have sex with you because I'm tired. I want to be taken care of. That's all it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, that's I've when you get into like your 30s and 40s, you hear that from studs, former studs, all the time. Okay, they want to make you a deal. In fact, stud, if you can deal with it, studs actually will give you a better deal.
Yeah.
Well. In my case, it was like like my ex, like she was her and her girl, like they're both like the pretty girls, but they couldn't decide on who was going to be the stud.
So
So it was kind of,
why are two femmes trying to get together? That normally doesn't work.
because they're like, we don't need these dudes and we can do it on our own. All kind of shit.
That's bullshit. But things, why are two femmes trying to get together?
Okay.
Yeah, they don't make sense for
Yeah,
two
we
femmes
call
to get
them
together.
renegades,
And,
man.
and they couldn't decide, so they really didn't get together, did they? Because they both want to be spoiled, and that shit doesn't work.
Yeah, I ain't done a TikTok on this one, but I thought it was hilarious.
I'm
Yeah,
talking
you
to
should do
all black
TikTok.
men.
Yeah, you should,
And don't put your dreads behind your ear when I fucking say this shit. Y'all are something else. As a black woman, I'm supposed to carry the team, hold shit down, be a teammate, love on you, and accept some bare minimum shit sometimes because you have emotional trauma that stops you from fully loving me. What? And at first, I was really like sitting here in the matrix of black men and probably in pick me energy, like, yo, I really be feeling sorry for them. Like, I got a big heart. I love my black men down, regardless of whatever. No, I don't. I don't love you regardless.
Okay.
At all.
Okay.
And I used to be like, I am Nicole. I don't love you regardless because you don't love you and you don't love me. No.
Okay.
These black men be having stories about their trauma and all that other shit. And
So
I be
what?
trying to understand.
No, you don't.
Maybe because I'm an educator.
No.
Maybe because I got trauma.
No,
Maybe
you
it's
do have trauma.
Maybelline. Because if you can't accept my black girl attitude, then why should I accept you and your 5 kids?
In other words, that's why you got to pay, baby.
Yep.
And then she just said 5 kids in like 2 seconds after that.
You want DICK, and you want them to give it to you with an attitude. That means you got to pay. I asked this one of my good friends, right? I said, you can be kind of mean to your men. How do you keep a man? She said, I pay.
Yeah. Sounds
Point
about
blank
right.
period. Yeah, they pay.
I saw a video on that one, just what you just said, brother. It was a chick on TikTok. She said the dude every time dude left, he asked her for money. And she was like, man, damn, I feel like you using me. Like, just say, leave $40 on
That's
the
why I
dresser.
saw that on the dresser. Yeah, I mean,
she couldn't believe it. She couldn't believe it. So I got to pay. I'm like,
yeah, you got to pay.
You
Yeah. You know she could, because you've been paying. Okay, you just started noticing that you had to pay.
Now you on TikTok, you mad. You on TikTok, you mad about it.
Yeah, you want to find a guy, you want to find some free, penis. Don't work that way.
Greater sip theory. See, greater sip theory.
In other words, you want to find you a good free concubine. That's what you want to find.
Yeah.
But you don't qualify.
Whatever.
Just like this when I have a big heart. No, you don't, baby. You know what you're paying for.
Yeah. BGS, that old nigga is really starting to come out. Whenever I hear a chick talking about, if you gonna move into my house, like moving your house, what the fuck are you talking about? I ain't doing that. He's like, nah, we ain't playing that. We're not playing that game. You either live on my level or kick rocks.
Yeah,
or it's gonna be a good fuck buddy. That's about it.
They always offer housing, okay, and shelter, okay. That's what they offer, okay. So if you want to be with me and with me and my attitude and give me the emotional labor and dick me down, then you have to move into I offer you shelter and this kind of shit. That's the first black woman go to. I got a house, I got a place, that kind of shit.
Well, BS, like that's kind of like
a little bit more fun.
Good.
Yeah, I had an old woman a couple of months ago was saying it was actually at a place.
Nobody else wants to say it out loud. I'll go ahead and say it out loud. I am so grateful that it's getting ready to be fall and winter time because y'all will have to retire these itty bitty napkin skirts. And I know somebody in the comments are gonna say, Ash, you're just being a hater. You're just mad that you can't wear it. Don't y'all understand they make that stuff in my size as well? Those little pleated mini skirts where
don't let the camera angle fool you. She's a big bag.
Oh, is she? Okay.
She's cuter. She's one of the cuter big bags, but she's a big bag.
Okay.
the bottom of y'all's cheeks is hanging out. Y'all are wearing that stuff out in public spaces, Walmart, the grocery store. Y'all are at the park.
Okay.
We don't want your booty cheeks out around our kids. These kids are over.
She's for real. She got 2 boys. She's for real.
Okay.
One of them 17, and she had trouble with him. So
Okay. Yeah.
so,
Well.
so she's being genuine right here. She's a single mother, but
Yeah.
she makes pretty good content.
Got a crap with an attitude.
Stimulated, overexposed. Anyway, we don't need you to intentionally put on a skirt that you know if you sneeze, your entire labia is going to be exposed. And I'm just trying to figure out how are y'all comfortable? As a woman, I am afraid of being overly exposed. Nobody needs to see my lady cake but me, my gynecologist, and the man that be in there. Y'all are wearing clothes that are so indecent. And then you have the audacity to say, don't look at me. Don't objectify me. You're objectifying yourself. Can y'all please?
Now, I'm sorry, I gotta throw this shade. I gotta throw a little shade. Don't talk about Angel Reese like that.
Yeah. Well, she's trying to sell clothes, so that's a difference.
Yeah, but she's talking about people objectifying. I looked at some of the pictures. I'm like, baby, you can't wear that and get mad when we look at it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's just saying it just to kind of hold her frame. She wants to be objectified. That's how she makes money.
By the way, speaking of Angel Reese, I'm sorry, I got to be a little. Like I said, that I'm getting older. I get the pettier I get. Would somebody teach that girl how to play basketball? I mean, seriously, if I shot that belly from up close, I would bench myself. Like, no, I don't need to be playing the game, man. Not with professionals. Not with professionals. You don't need to be in the game, and you can't miss. You missing layups like that.
Not like that. Yeah, it's embarrassing. But and she's a female.
And
yeah,
so we have to give her some grace.
The video footage, man, cannot be erased, man. It cannot be erased. I've seen traveling. Oh my God, I've seen 6 steps. I'm like, when are they gonna? No one gonna blow a whistle?
No. They got to give her like a 3-step handicap.
Okay,
If
3
you want to
plus
wear
3
it,
equals 6.
wear it to the club.
Yeah, 3 plus 3 equals 6. Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on, Namer?
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing?
You sound different. What the hell?
You sound like you got a cold.
Oh, do I?
That's what you sound like.
Nah, not really. Just woke up a
that's
few
probably
minutes
why.
ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Then again, my voice changes when I speak different languages, so sometimes that happens. It's weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as you don't do it like Kamala Harris do it, and she say, "I'm gonna put my greens in the tub."
I don't know why people. I don't know why that people focus on that. It's only black women. Okay.
Did you see the lady she did in Michigan? You better thank her on your mouth.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's that AKA. There's that AKA.
There's the AKA coming out.
I was wondering when that AKA was going to come out. You better thank her. You're not a union member. I was rolling.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, there's that AKA.
I don't. People ask us if she's an AKA. That's where they talk.
There, I was like, there it is.
Or maybe what's going on with me is something like what happened to Barry White when he turned 13. So I'm a late bloomer. Late bloomer, excuse me.
Bullshit.
Late bloomer.
That's bullshit.
It's bullshit.
It's bullshit. Yeah, go ahead.
It's bullshit. Yeah, it's bullshit. Or it's like Shannon say, bull jive.
Where's Snowman when you need now? That is some bullshit.
Some bull. Anyway.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Oh yeah, I was pretty much roasting Roly Poly today because he showing man buns on his little live stream.
Once again, what in the all types of blue hell?
And he had to look like okay, I had to see how this is actually gonna come across. That's why I don't believe it. But
whole hog, huh? Whole hog, okay.
And most people don't even believe it. Just like it's because it looks funny. I thought it was like okay. He's actually watching it. It's just it wasn't even like 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's like a little clip. Actually, I got it. I uploaded it with some obvious modifications, but
Yeah. Yeah, the clip was. I mean, the actual the actual fraction of when the man was walking, saw man buns. It's like maybe like it wasn't even like 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So that if you blink, you'd have missed it. And he had that look on his face. I said, like, get out of here with that bullshit. I thought it was something. I thought it was really something.
About your opponent, Donald Trump. I was a little bit surprised. People might be surprised to hear that you have never interacted with him, met him face to face. That's going to change soon. But what I want to ask you about is what he said last month. He suggested that you happened to turn black recently for political purposes, questioning a core part of your identity. Any same old tired playbook. Next question, please. That's it? That's it.
Yeah, and this is allegedly when.
Yeah.
You know.
Allegedly, yeah.
Yeah. See, the thing is here where I look at right there. So you see VP Harris, and it's right after where she is asked the question where she deflected, and then it's VP Harris dismisses Trump black identity. They put a bottom thing on there for that no pun intended.
Yeah.
They put that there, and then you can see Roland Martin unfiltered to the right-hand side. So this is coming live from their stream, which, like I said earlier, if he had a producer that was a remote producer that was doing not safe for work stuff, he should be fired because it came out of your deal. A hacker would have to get into your system and then get into your live feeds, then press that video on top of what you already doing and back hack you to even put that out. That came out of his
Donald Trump.
You can see the disdain on his face right now. You can't really hear this echoing, and then it's going to come back when he.
I was a little bit surprised. People might be surprised to hear that.
I don't think anybody knows what he said right there. You know.
Yeah. I don't.
We have to call out the guy that does the. There's a guy on YouTube that does it. You know, he but I don't know if he get that though. He's pissed off. I don't know if he get that.
Yeah. If that was part of the live stream, I don't think it was. It's just I think this is intentional.
Yeah, it was part of the live stream. It was streamed live. They cut it back out. They cut it back out. Shade Room had it too. Now Shade Room had it too, as well as Angela Stanton. But like I said,
because
they recorded it.
We do this. It has to be either a tab that you hit the wrong tab, but it has to be up and running. Okay. And so when you switch back, that's why I don't
not
believe.
safe for work. If you doing that, if you're my producer and you was able to press that button and do that, then you're fired, bro.
Then nobody's that dumb. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's why.
What's going on, PK?
Hey, what's good, AB? What's good, everybody?
What's up?
Hey, what's going on, PK?
I don't know. What were you about to ask me? What's going on, AL? What were you about to ask me, AB?
Yeah, you have a comment on anything we've been talking about, or are you just coming up?
Well, I have a comment, but I was just gonna wait until everyone said what they had to say. I wasn't gonna try to interject or nothing. I can wait.
No, we just talked about. He's just showing us the clip from Roland Martin and the bun in the what is it? The Buns Gate.
Yeah, Buns Gate.
I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw that. I mean, I think so. 3 things are very real possibilities anytime you're streaming, which is that you could have, like you said earlier, you could have had a separate tab open for any number of reasons. And, sometimes you get either advertisements or porn advertisements. That's the thing that does happen. It is the internet. Okay. Ain't no telling. I'm not trying to say that he ain't been looking at some weird shit. That's a very real possibility as well. That is what it is. I mean, shit, if you gay, you gay. He could have just been doing that on his own time, or somebody else could have been doing that in his staff if he's a streamer, right? So, or he's producing his own channel. That's kind of comes with the job. Shit happens. The third thing is obviously, he could have been hacked. That's a very real possibility. That can happen too.
Nah.
Yeah, that's possible. I'm not saying it's probable. It is possible.
Nah.
But if it ain't none of those 3 things, and it's not, I highly doubt that Roland Martin's the type of man to pull off a political stunt, something like this in particular. I doubt it. This is out of character. This doesn't align with anything he's done before in terms of anywhere I've seen him. So no, that doesn't make sense. I don't think this is a political stunt, not at all.
I do because he's been labeled as anti-gay.
I've never heard Roland Martin.
It's been too. Yeah, that's not number one. That's not something that comes up often. Number two, that isn't something that is even recent. I think that happened years ago.
Yeah. So the Chappaquiddick and with the Kennedys, it still comes up. So that's what I'm saying, because it's unless it's a real fluff, then where's the aftermath? Where's the guy being fired?
Well, if he was gay, the way he bleeds blue and blue no matter who, they would take him in. So I don't see that problem for him if that's what he wanted to do. I think that they would love it. I think he'd get more support from some of the people that listen to him. Not no knock against them, but I'm just saying.
If you roll it again, does he look like he's embarrassed or he's mad? If he's doing his own stuff, because we actually produce this stuff on this side of the wall, right? It's very difficult to do that by accident. Okay. And why would you be watching this stuff while you're live?
But he's not pressing the button.
Well, we've had other examples. We've had other examples. For instance, what's the guy's name? He was on CNN. He was a CNN analyst, and he literally was jerking off while he was having a conversation on CNN or something like that. This happened maybe 6 months, maybe 9 months ago, give or take. So I mean,
that happened a couple of years ago because OJ was still alive and he commented on it. He was trolling the dude because of it.
Right. So I mean, this type of stuff, like, it's been happening more and more frequently. So I mean, it's like I don't think that this isn't unprecedented, right? In my opinion.
Play the clip again, man. Play the clip again, okay? Does this motherfucker look like he's embarrassed or he's pissed off?
That was Jeffrey Toobin you was talking about. Jeffrey Lubin Toobin, they called him. He was in a Zoom call.
He's in a Zoom call, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. And CNN hired him back.
And it wasn't broadcast.
Donald Trump. I was a little bit surprised. People might be surprised to hear that you have never interacted with him, met him face to face. That's going to change soon. But what I want to ask you about is what he said last month. He suggested that you happened to turn black recently for political purposes, identity. Yeah. Any same old tired playbook. Next question, please. That's it? That's it.
See how fast it was? Does he look embarrassed or pissed
Donald
off?
Trump. I was a little bit surprised.
Does he look who's he talking to? Does he look embarrassed or pissed off?
Pissed off.
I'm asking PK.
Oh.
Show me the beginning again. I couldn't really see.
All right, hold on, wait a minute.
About your opponent, of your identity. Yeah.
Let's let it play through.
Any same old tired playbook. Next question, please. That's it? That's it. About your opponent, Donald Trump. I was a little bit surprised. People might be surprised to hear that.
Does he look embarrassed or pissed off?
Yeah, he looks a bit angry.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he looks more pissed off.
If you had porn on your video and you actually hit the wrong tab, would you be pissed off or embarrassed?
Me, I wouldn't give a fuck because I mean shit happens. But I mean,
come on, PK, stop.
It's me. If I'm him and I'm running what he's running, then yeah, I'd be pissed off too, right? Because I mean that's fucking with my money. I ain't gonna lie with you.
No. If you did it yourself, I'm not talking about somebody else doing it. Okay, if you did it yourself, okay, and that's you actually looking at this behind the scenes, and you hit the wrong tab, would you be embarrassed or pissed off?
If I'm looking at men's plus behind the scenes, and yeah, I'd be embarrassed personally. That would be that would be wild.
It would be wild to be embarrassed because it's my bad, right? Does it look like he was saying my bad?
No, it doesn't look like he said. I don't know what he said, but no, that doesn't look like he was saying my bad. No.
It looks like he's cussing at somebody. So he's blunt. You know, I don't know what happened, but it's like I said. To me, it's fishy. I'm not saying what it is, what it ain't. Okay, I don't think it doesn't look like he hit the tab. It looked like it was hit for him. So because he's pissed. Okay.
Yeah. What's going on, James?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
So I, because if I'm running a live and I'm handling the buttons and I click on something I wasn't supposed to click on, and basically it reveals what I'm looking at, okay, I'm gonna be hell of embarrassed. In fact, I'm gonna shut down the stream, okay, because it wasn't supposed to go across the air, okay, and plus I'm gonna apologize to the audience, okay. For things he didn't do that. He's cussing at somebody behind the scenes without audio.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I think that like I said, I think that maybe his producer could have been, like I said, either him or his producer could have had something. They pulled that shit up, either mistakenly or on purpose to smear him.
I think it's on purpose. That's just me.
Yeah, that's very possible.
But I'm cynical like that. The thing is, I don't think he did. Looking at the tape, I don't think he did it. I think somebody else did it. So
possibility,
for sure. That's what I just said. If he's doing remote production, if he's got to call us Simple Simons and not have to press buttons, and then have all the videos already, he gets paid good.
Most people,
these people are not doing it for free. He is paying them. So you got to be fired. You have to be fired.
Well, then he needs to come out and he needs to tell who's getting fired. Okay, within the next couple of days. If it doesn't come out, then I think it's intentional.
Yeah, in
my opinion. Because somebody's head has to roll for this. Somebody there give somebody a head. So it's got to be one of his producers, whether you name him or not. Somebody has to get fired for it. You got to make it public.
Something that'll be interesting moving forward, though, is and I know this is something that hasn't been taken into account yet. Is moving forward, we're going to see more and more images of some pretty wild shit with AI generated information coming out in videos and such with regular people. That's going to be interesting.
More than you already have, like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
We're going to see Kamala Harris getting railed by Donald Trump in the future. It's going to be wild.
It's already been wild. The thing is, they're suppressing it because they're coming after people for doing that shit.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about the naughty pictures I've seen of them doing with Kamala Harris and AI. So
and AI and
I don't even share it. I'm like, okay.
And what's the name? What's the singer's name that had her being in a gangbang?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. Yeah. So it's been going around, but the thing is, your social media let it be known they're gonna come after you if you do that kind of shit.
I'm like, yeah, that's not appropriate, and it's not that deep. I'm not trying to embarrass Kamala like that.
Yeah, so there will be some, but the thing is, if news media wants to protect their images, they're gonna have to come after people. They've already announced that they're gonna come after people.
Yeah, I think that'll be good unless they release a law on this. They do have a law, but it isn't broad enough to cover what the future is going to look like with this new technology.
It's plenty broad. It's called fraud. Okay, they can come after you. Okay.
Well, I'm not talking about. I'm not limiting this just purely to the influential figures. I'm speaking to the commonplace people as well.
Okay.
Because I think this will happen to regular people as well.
Okay, regular people. Okay, say for instance, they said you have PK in a gay gangbang, right? Okay, and they released that shit. PK can actually go.
I don't want to be involved in this. Well, I gotta be me.
PK, let me finish my goddamn sentence for a change. All right? Okay.
As long as it's not me, you got it.
Okay. I use you because I want to make it personal, right? PK's gonna go sue this motherfucker for libel for all he's got, and if the courts allow it and give you a multi-million-dollar judgment to do this shit, that's what's gonna happen to the rest of the person trying to do this kind of shit. They're gonna stop. because the laws are already there for it. Okay. The thing is, we have a very wide First Amendment, right to free speech, right? Okay. But the thing is, it can't be libelous, and this kind of shit is libelous. So if you do that, what's going to happen is they're going to start suing people out of existence, and that'll stop that shit. Does that
We'll
make
see.
sense? No, does it
I
make
think
sense?
we'll see. It does make sense, but we'll see.
We'll see. When Taylor Swift already, she's already going after the people that did her shit.
Well, see, even on YouTube, if you produce videos on YouTube, you notice you have to actually hit a checkbox now that says, does this video include anything that was generated on altered content, what they call altered? That altered means AI generated, or in some way, shape, or form, it was AI generated. And if it is, you have to declare that. And to what you were saying earlier, that's how they weed out some of the videos. Yeah, they will do it like that, because if you're not reporting that it is, then it's automatically going to be taken down or shadow banned to oblivion.
Yeah. I mean, they don't have to pass a law. The laws already exist. It's called libel and slander. And taking your image and putting it where it's not supposed to be, and something that you didn't
Defamation.
do. It's called defamation, slander, and there's already laws against it, right? All they have to do is enforce it if they want to. Okay. And that's how come you haven't seen a lot of it, because they can generate tons of this stuff. How come you haven't seen a lot of it? Hell, they do it in case of, like, they call it revenge porn, right? Where you take your girlfriend and you put her face on something on a porn star, and you do stuff, right? They're suing these people, okay? And if it gets to be a problem, it's going to get worse. Go ahead.
This is my nerd coming out a little bit. This is AI generated of President Obama, President Biden, and President Donald Trump playing Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
no.
as you can see,
did not do Mass
The
Effect.
following is an AI-based parody created for satire and entertainment purposes.
See?
All voices, conversations, and scenarios are artificially generated and do not represent the opinions, actions, or voices of any individuals represented. This content is not meant to confuse or misinform.
It's time for me to boost my KD ratio to the moon, boys.
Before you go sate your need for blood, kindly go talk to our squad mates.
I was hoping for one last chance to shoot my shot at Samara.
I thought we all came to an agreement on romancing Tally last episode.
I mean, sure, but I haven't given up hope.
Donald, my man, you're coping more than Joe was when he thought he wasn't.
See?
Yeah. I mean, you can do it. The thing is, for public figures, you can actually use satire within reason.
Yep, we got number two. We got number two in the building.
The court justice had leeway to play. That's how he had.
It's the same thing as Saturday Night Live, right? They can use it for satire within limits. Okay, when it gets outside the limits, then they're gonna get sued.
Good morning from the East Coast.
What's up, number two?
What's going on? They already have AI detection and filters already.
Yeah.
And I know this because, again, I mean, I'm taking college courses right now, and it's right there for us to submit our stuff. I mean, I don't care because I don't plagiarize or cheat, so it doesn't bother me. But they tell you, and it's funny because it's bold head, it's bold, italic, red. To let people know, don't submit this shit if you use AI or if you plagiarize, because it will be automatically detected, man. Like before the teacher even looks at it.
Yeah, Salchi, let me get your take on this. What are your thoughts on the knuckleheads that thought they were screwing over Chase?
Again, man, this is I tell you guys all the time, man, people don't know shit about finances. They don't understand the banking system. People get swindled. I mean, this kind of stuff obviously gets out because, one, it's people on the lower economic strata. But typically a lot of shit happens, man, but it just, it doesn't, it isn't really reported unless, you read certain articles and, from certain publications. But yeah, I mean, again, people are, I mean, it's worse now. Whenever the economy is bad or on a massive decline, you always see more scams. There's always some kind of inverse relationship. So we're going to continue to see more and more types of scams. Now, again, people are forgetting that when I come on here and I tell people everything's monitored, maybe people don't think maybe they're not taking me seriously. People don't
Oh, these
understand how.
knuckleheads fucked around and found out because
Yes.
this happened over the weekend, and
Mm-hmm.
from what I heard after Labor Day,
They came for
they
their money.
asked for their money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one, people were actually standing outside in line to go to the ATM. So remember, when you're dealing with banking, that's federal. That's not state.
Yeah.
That's federal. So now, if they want to do an investigation, they can sit here and pull feed from other other businesses from around, the bank or the ATM, and then the ATMs, they have cameras, and then obviously your account links your dumbass to the activity. You put the password in, or you swipe your card, and then they got you on video.
Yeah.
Well, worse than that, it's linked to your fucking SSN. So I mean, they got you. There's no wiggle room.
Yeah.
Because when you open a bank account, you have to give them your SSN. You're fucked. You can't escape that.
Money that wasn't yours. You took money. In what world do we know where you could take money that wasn't yours and not have to pay it back? What world? What world is that?
Mm-hmm. They fucked
Waldo.
around and found out. I was never going to do the scam.
The amount of energy that a lot of people put in
Mm-hmm.
trying to scam, you might as well learn the game and just make a lot of money and have less stress. I mean, it's ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. We see it all the time. Wire is one of the big things, but because most people don't do wires, because as I usually say, most people don't have money. They don't understand the wire game, man. They're always trying to steal wires from these rich folks and organizations, nonprofits. We see the shit all the time, and of course, it does get through. Now there is new technology. There's only one bank that I know of, not a household name bank, and their authorization literally goes to the owner or the guarantors on file. It goes directly to their phone, so they have to authorize it from their phone.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, from a bank standpoint, that takes the risk completely out of the bank's hands.
Yeah.
So if you say, "Oh, I got scammed," well, you authorized it.
You did. You had to authorize it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. They sure will. If it's over a certain amount, yeah, it'll pop up.
That's where we're going right now, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so what are they? What were these people? I'm just wondering. This is several. I'm kind of stupid. I'm a D class student, motherfucker. What made these people think I'm going to get away with scamming Chase Bank? What made them think that?
They don't have enough.
They didn't think.
Exactly, and they don't have much to. They have nothing or little to lose.
Yeah,
it's that simple.
You see them all the time. That you dated a few, PK.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. You're right.
Yep.
So yeah, it's out. I bet you did the stream to roast roly poly since he wants to show man buns now allegedly.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's it's too fishy to me, man. And they keep replaying it and stuff like that. So, and he hasn't come out and said anything about it. So, and he's a media figure. So that's why that my antenna about that kind of stuff, because normally that kind of stuff gets rectified really fast.
I was just about to say, yep, man. You send that shit to your attorneys.
Mm-hmm.
Bang bang. It's over and done with, man. You don't even gotta say much.
Yeah.
If that. So I mean, if you're running and hiding and ducking, that's a whole different ballgame.
He did make a tweet afterwards.
What'd he say?
But it's been scrubbed. They had it on that video. That whole video on Anderson King. They went in, did the deep dive on it, and found the actual thing before it was scrubbed. Because once it's there, you can take it off, but it'll still be there.
Once it's public and somebody screenshots it or records it, basically it's out there forever. You can't go back and try to erase it. Because
they got a Twitter Wayback Machine. So they got a Twitter Wayback Machine that's got a server.
In other words, Twitter can scrub it for you, but the thing is, it's always going to pop up somewhere.
Yep. And screen recorders. I'm taking advantage of that screen recorder. It comes standard issue with Microsoft. That's one thing that's good about Windows 11.
No,
but
any device has a screen recorder now. Your phone, your tablet, everything has a screen recorder. But what I'm saying is, did he give an explanation about why it happened?
Exactly.
He tweeted about that, and it was directed just to that point because Angela Stan King was the only one that still had the video up after they
So how did it happen?
He scrubbed it to keep
No,
the
no,
video.
listen. We know he scrubbed it. How did it happen in the first place? Did he give an explanation?
We just said that was it was saying somebody else. He didn't say it was him. He said it was somebody else.
In other words, it was one of his producers. Had a tab up.
Earlier. What we said earlier could have been a producer, a remote
No.
producer.
In other words, okay. I'm gonna get all salty for a second. Did the motherfucker give a fucking explanation why this shit happened? Right? Because he knows why. Did he? Did he give an explanation? Not a tweet, an explanation. Did he?
He's not going to make any video towards
that. That's not the question I asked. Did he give a fucking explanation? Whether it was a tweet, email, a statement? Did he give a statement about?
Yeah, they scrubbed it. But I'm saying,
the video did he say what the fuck happened? Like it was accident? Somebody hit the wrong tab? It was
just said. He said it was an accident. Somebody in his team accidentally did XYZ, and it's gonna be handled because he was going back at the chick. She was the only one had it up there. BGS, what I'm saying. That's why he was going back at her, and just like he played the video earlier, the woman didn't even talking about him.
Okay.
He tweeting her. He liked that. His Twitter fingers is he anything going. You feel me? So
listen to
that's
me.
how you gotta look.
Listen to me. Listen to me, okay? I want you to listen to me carefully while interrupting for a second, right? Okay. He's a media personality. He's been in the game a long time. When shit like this happens, they release a statement about what happened. Not necessarily giving the name. They're giving the employees or producers position, and say what the result of this particular thing was, whether the guy was fired, reprimanded, something, right? Did he release something like that?
Or you deep freeze it until you go and do it, because that's the only other
not
way.
to my knowledge.
How long has it been since it happened?
Not long, but he came out very after he
in other words, was it okay?
No other things have been said.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. Has it been a week, a couple days? How long has it been?
It's been about 5 days since this came out.
It's been 5 days. It should that statement should have came out the next day. Okay.
Oh, exactly. It's called PR.
It's called PR.
That's what it is.
And if he hasn't done that, that leads me to believe, if you leave it gray like this, that leads me to believe that this shit may be intentional. That's all I'm saying.
5 days internet time.
5 days internet in the internet time, and people are dragging you all across the internet.
Yeah.
And your reputation is getting sullied.
Yeah.
Okay? Normally normally the next day the statement is released. That's normally the way it's done. Okay.
Yeah, you get out in front of something like this literally the day after.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah, or normally like hours after. Okay?
Exactly, because you have your team.
Yes.
This shit, like, they have cybersecurity. You have cybersecurity insurance now, and then you have at least one person who monitors that shit. So they get pinged, and then they contact you, or they contact your attorney immediately, and then you. So anything beyond a day is like, what the fuck's going on at that level?
Yes. So because you're not dealing with BGS or AB that doesn't have a media team behind it, or a PR team behind it, right? Yep. At the top political level, we're not talking about little bitty guys at the bottom, like the peons like us. We're talking about people that are freaking doing broadcasts at the Democratic National Convention, hobnobbing with the Clintons and the Obamas and stuff like that. That at that level, okay, he's at that level. You don't let stuff like this fester. Okay, at all.
No.
And if you let this stuff fester like this, that means there's something else going on that's not standard. Okay, if it's an accident, you would have said it right away and got behind it. Okay, it was somebody on my team where the guy's LGBTQ and he made a mistake, blah blah blah, and hey, it is what it is, and that guy has been handled, fired, reprimanded, okay, or put on leave, more like put on leave, whatever, right? Okay?
Exactly.
That's normally what happens. So if it has not been done that way, that means there's something else going on. Okay,
the tweet was made. You know, he said it like I told you.
Okay.
He
All
said
right. All right,
it
man.
was on his end. So you know, whatever they did, they scrubbed the tweet, and they may handle something, and they may come out with something, but that's to be seen. So, yeah.
And in other words, guess what? Is my old mentor used to say, crazy. He would say, bullshit. Okay.
Oh, it's definitely some bullshit. And
That's
like
what
I
I'm saying.
said, brother,
All right.
anytime that's going on live, you got the
Yeah,
scrub.
I've been on for
You gotta get right with it. You
We've
gotta
been
fire somebody.
you're talking to two people that have been doing this shit for 11 years, man.
Mhm.
We know how this stuff rolls. Okay, that's why it doesn't look like an accident. Okay, people at that level, your guy is not going to be paying attention to your broadcast. He's not going to be looking at some gay porn on another tab. It's not going to happen like that.
Nah. You are under a fucking microscope.
You're on a microscope. The thing is, okay. Say you're working for me, boss, right? Okay, and you're on this, and you make a fluff like that. You're not going to work again.
Yeah, you're done.
Fired.
You're done. No, you're not going to work again. Nobody's going to hire you.
Not in the industry. Nope.
Yes, nobody's going to hire you.
You're done, but you're fired immediately.
Okay.
You're blacklisted.
What I'm trying to get to you is that you are not going to do something that's not safe for work during a live broadcast for a personality like him. Okay.
Yeah.
You're not going to do that. Okay. That's why I don't think it's a mistake, because no idiot, unless you got something wrong, something mentally wrong with you, is going to do that during a live broadcast with Roland Martin, where millions of people can actually look at this shit, because it's not going to be forgotten. Okay.
Yeah.
Unless you're Jeffrey Tubin, in which case, bring out the lotion.
But Jeffrey Tubin was not. Hold on, but Jeffrey Tubin was not being broadcast when he did that shit, was he? I'm asking.
No, I don't know. I don't think it was live.
No. Hold on a second. God damn. Okay, I know y'all want to talk. I'm asking PK. Jeffrey Tubin was not on a live fucking broadcast. Okay, being broadcast out to the masses, was he? Was it?
Not that I know of. No.
It was a private Zoom
meeting.
It was a private Zoom meeting. Okay, that's what it was.
But everybody from the industry was in there. It was the heads of the corp was in there. Okay, so it was like, it's not just some personal Zoom call he made. It was not broadcast at the time.
Was it
at work? Once again, not safe for work.
Oh, okay, man, finish. Go ahead and finish, man. Go ahead and finish.
Once again, not safe for work. Okay, you're not supposed to be doing this, Jeffrey Tubin, and they fired him and brought him back, which is stupid in and of itself, and they deserve everything they get out of him, because this is the type of people you hire. That's all I'm saying.
What? Okay. I'm gonna cuss for a second. Was he fucking on air when he did it?
To all his corporates, that's the only person that matters.
No. That's
you're gonna lose your job. You're gonna sit there doing it in front of your boss.
That's not the question that I asked you. Was it being broadcast to the guy? No, it's not worse than being broadcast to the guy.
Yeah, it was, because they leaked it and they broadcasted it.
Dude. Was it a public broadcast?
Yes, because it's on public broadcast right now. You can watch it.
No, it was. Was the Zoom call? So it was actually broadcast to the public at the time.
Immediately after it happened, it leaked it immediately.
That's a leak
from the corporate heads.
Okay.
Meeting.
I'm trying. Dude, am I speaking English? Okay.
Yes.
Am I speaking English? Okay.
Yes.
Was at the time of the call, was that call broadcast to the public? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Broadcast to the entire corporation.
To the public, not your workers, not your co-workers.
Yeah,
okay?
That's private.
That's private. Okay, that's why they had to bring his ass. That's how. Listen.
We're gonna end after this one. Good.
That's why they had to bring his ass back, because that shit was not supposed to be leaked. It was a private conversation amongst corporate people. Okay, wasn't supposed to be leaked. It's not to the public.
And he can sue him.
And he can sue them.
Yes.
What Roland Martin did, that was broadcast to the public. That's the
That was
difference.
live.
That's live.
It's a
That's live.
drastically different.
I don't know why that's hard to understand the difference. Okay.
I don't think that's the question
Okay,
of
man.
what
All
we're
right, all right,
doing.
all right, all right,
I'm
all
trying
right,
to
all
ask
right, all right.
the
Okay, man.
question is
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do the same thing I do with you, dude.
it's
You're
still
right.
somebody to be
You're
fired.
right.
That's all
You're
I'm saying.
right. You're right. Okay, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Oh boy. And we haven't even got to the debate yet.
The debate for who? Oh, to Kamala. Well, I want
Yeah.
to. I'm
Well, they,
curious to see how she's going to show because all these people, all these cheerleaders say that she's going to nail it and she's going to nail his butt to the wall. Blah blah blah. She's going to show up and show out, and I'm
Yeah,
waiting
she a
because
big prosecutor. She's gonna nail him to the
is she gonna
wall.
nail him to
Yada
the
yada yada.
wall because she's qualified and blah blah blah, and they've been saying it once, and I want to find. Hopefully, if she shows up and shows out, then we can get back to regular campaign. Okay, she's qualified to actually be in the race. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll be happy, and then all this other crap can go away. So now she can actually go out and campaign. They can take the bubble wrap off her.
so when was the
I'm
last?
gonna be.
So when was the last time she was actually in the courtroom and she actually practiced and she was actually sharp on that speed? Because she hasn't shown that in years.
She has. I think.
Almost a decade ago.
Yes, about a decade ago, she's been in the court.
Oh, so
Salty.
that's just gonna show up out of retirement just like that tomorrow. I mean,
I
just
guess,
like
I guess so. I guess she's
okay.
gonna have to.
I
I mean,
guess.
and she got dusted off. She's had plenty of time to practice.
Yeah.
Salty. I haven't even. I have researched everyone on YouTube to see if she's even been on the committees to debate or cross anyone. Like hard questions, like I can't find anything. And Trump just finishes what 35th interview? They what the
Yeah, I
35?
was talking about that. Trump and JD Vance between them have done over 30 interviews. Kamala has done less than 1.5.
Yeah.
Hey man, I don't know why you guys aren't just satisfied with the fact that she's a black woman. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, if she's gonna be a congressman, I'm fine. If she's gonna be a senator, that's questionable.
Yeah.
Okay.
President? Oh, I got a
We with a
problem.
little bit more than that. Okay, a little bit more.
but listen, though, she's winning in the polls.
But as I said earlier, she's running to be president of the United States. She's running to negotiate with Vladimir Putin, a member of the KGB. She's running to negotiate with Xi Jinping, the leader of China. She's going to negotiate with Bibi.
I
Do
mean,
you want an insecure woman doing this? Go ahead.
AB, she can't even. Man, let's be honest. The woman hasn't even debated herself. I mean, we are. This is crazy. This
Hey, I
new wave
take
of
issue with that, James. I'm pretty sure she debates and she's a master at it very frequently. Okay,
I
I'm
mean,
pretty
this
sure.
new wave of campaigning, I have never seen it done. I have a high probability it will completely fail. Anyone who wants to take notes and follow this woman's footsteps, may God be with you.
But that's why we've been saying that
You better pray it fell because
it's really
knowing the
not her.
Democrats. Go ahead.
It really isn't that if she wins that she actually won. It's more that people dislike Trump more than anything else
Mm-hmm.
because she just. This is why I was saying the other night. That's why I said she's unqualified. Now I understand. I understand, and that's why I kept on telling DC. I understand what you're saying, but she is running to be the president of the United States. We're seeing unprecedented stuff. We're seeing stuff she is not. Well, she hasn't proven herself as vice president, and then she isn't saying anything as of right now. But that's fine.
Your
If you want to
barometer,
vote
your
for her,
barometer,
but
Fauci.
Number two.
it's fine if you want to vote for her, but it's a whole different ball game when a lot of guys are talking like this woman is like killing it out here.
Number
And
two.
she's not. I mean, again, I am literally just passionate about it. I'm just saying, like, she hasn't shown us anything.
Well,
Real quick, James.
Yeah.
Real quick, James. Let me get this off. I just got to ask Sassy a question because it's important, man. Here's the deal, dude. At a certain point, you got to ask yourself, or then ask whoever it is you're discussing this topic with, what is your barometer for qualification? What is it that makes you think that your barometer is the same as another person's insofar as what is and is not qualified? Because I think that their beliefs and qualifications is by virtue of the fact that she holds a position close to the office of presidency. That's why she's quote unquote qualified, not for any other virtue of her own merit.
Yes, that's what they have expressed, is that she is vice president, and then she was a senator, and then she was a DA. But these are a whole bunch of was, and again haven't proven anything. Now in my personal life, I actually got some sharp people around me. People don't, like people actually, pull out policies and actual events, as an example of their opinion. They just don't say shit. It just doesn't fly around here, especially not professionally. Like, again, you wouldn't keep your job. Nobody would take you serious.
Well,
Not in my
hold
world.
on, wait a minute before you get in, James.
Yeah.
It's Alchi. Would you better thank a union member working your field?
So PK, why are they hiding her? Why are they keeping the bubble wrap on her then?
If she's so good.
She's so good.
Because you see, the thing is she's overqualified, and we got to make sure that she don't get in front of these peons like Donald Trump and the media. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
let James get in. He's been waiting for a minute.
Well, I was just gonna say, from the more she prolongs her photo op in press, it seems like the consensus of the Democratic DNC is wearing off. That aura is really wearing off, because the more I get on these limousine liberals pages, they want pen to paper. They want pen to paper. And I just listened to Nina Turner on the Breakfast Club, and she basically said, how many more times you gonna keep blaming Trump when you've been in office for the last 4 years?
Yeah.
And that was very recently. I looked at all those comments, and people are saying the same thing. You keep trying to victimize and play this, and we have crunch
and
time.
BGS played Stephen A. last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
He said
he's
the
like,
exact same thing. And he can't stand Trump.
Yeah.
I'll tell
The
you
public
guys,
is
right?
the
Go ahead.
public. I'm just saying, the public is, that
she got in trouble today because apparently she went to New Hampshire, and New Hampshire allegedly is a blue state, and they showed her busting in people to be at a rally.
Yeah.
I mean, it's my thing is, this is standard propaganda.
Yeah.
On steroids. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see if
Steroids?
Yeah.
This shit is like on super steroids. I've never. This is insane.
So I'm wondering, will people buy it, and will people push her over the polls and vote for her?
We're about to find out.
I'm curious now, because it's gone way further than I thought it would go.
Yeah.
So now I'm really curious to see if they can get her over.
If you want elections to be any type of sane, you better pray this woman loses, because I can see if she wins, my gosh, it's no telling what the Democrats.
I would rather her go ahead and beat Trump outright, on the field of battle, and say she's just a better person, whether I like her or not.
Yeah.
Right.
Than this way. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what,
this is torture.
It's not. It's irritating. The thing is, it's not even torture. The thing is that if the so-called cheerleaders weren't bugging us, okay, about this kind of crap, then I would say, okay, no big deal. That's what they believe in, right? But the thing is, they're trying to push this crap on us.
I think something that'll be truly interesting about this entire process is what exactly the history books say surrounding this particular election. This is one for the history books. This one in particular, I don't think we've ever seen a propaganda machine so vast in this election. This is unlike anything I think we've ever seen in American history in recent time, ever.
I would say this, right? you know, if this administration continues on, obviously, again, I don't think the common person realizes
Thank
how
you, electrician.
how you know how stuck they will be literally for the rest of their lives because
Yeah.
people are already making moves. Like I can tell you right now on the private equity side, I can tell you on top 5 PE firm, they just purchased student loans from Discover, and we're talking to the tunes of billions. So people are already making moves. So let's say she gets in, they're talking about we're gonna do this, do that, and the third. Shit's already being moved. It ain't gonna. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna get bailed out. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. They're gonna print more money, and because your ass doesn't earn a business that you know turns a whole lot of money, you don't earn assets that go up exponentially. That means you will further fall behind. This is what I've been stressing for the last 2 years, and I said it myself. I personally will be fine. I'm talking about the common rank and file person, especially those people out here, you know, cheerleading for her. I'm like, are you sure? Y'all talking about they're gonna supposedly? I mean, I don't think it's gonna get past Congress, but you know, they're talking about, oh, okay, we're gonna we're gonna tax unearned. Yeah, the vast majority of these people, these politicians who didn't have any money until they became politicians, do you really think that they're gonna do that to themselves?
Well,
I don't think so.
Exactly.
No, I don't see it.
No, you should know they're not going to do anything.
Well, and I think she knows that they're not going to do it. The thing is, but she has to sell it to us.
Well, the fact that she's proposing something that insane should scare anyone. Because I ain't never heard no politician talk about raising capital gains to that level. Unreal.
If they're dumb enough to fall for it, why not put it out there? Okay. What?
Better you type something in the chat, please.
Basically, if you know, if the thing is, she can say anything she wants. The thing is, the stuff she has to get this stuff pushed through Congress. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's why I called it a campaign promise. And all she has to do is say, "I tried."
Yeah.
That's true.
Yep.
It just for me, there's certain things that I've realized, and especially with this new camp, that they are bending all types of rules that I have never seen in my life.
Of course.
Yep.
The thing, the question is why.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not that they're doing it because they know that this is really heavy-handed. They're going after people. You know, they look what they did to. That's why I played Kennedy today, right? Look what they did to him, man. They have lawyers trying to keep him off the ballot. Okay, it's really heavy-handed stuff. So why is this election so important? They've never done this before.
You know what he recently said that really struck me, which makes a lot of sense. I
What's
think it was
that?
the last couple of days, within the last week. He said, and I think I sent to you guys a clip of it. He said, you know, they're so extreme on, you know, the Democrats are so extreme. He's saying the vast majority of people don't see that really people really think that the Republicans are the elites when right now currently
No.
the elites are actually Democrats.
Democrats, yes.
They're they're the guys, they're the tech guys, all that stuff. And he was breaking it down. I mean, the dude, he broke it down in like 10, 15 seconds. I was like, yo, I hope people are catching this shit because that shit's brilliant. That is exactly what's going on.
Yeah, the money and power has changed hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, they've been in office 12 out of the 4 years. 4 years for
12
Trump.
last
Out of
16.
16.
Yeah.
So if they, let me say this: I have never seen a party amass that much power in a small time frame. And I would say this transparent with the power through the censorship, through the military industrial complex, through the fire. Like they are muscling people worldwide.
No, James, they're the minorities. They're being picked on. Come on, James, stop
Oh
lying.
yeah, there's minorities. They're
And they have neocons on both sides, basically.
Both
Why you
sides.
Because I'll say this, and I'll save it for behind the wall because because I would tell Sassy this, right? I looked this up, right, because I couldn't figure out why Vivek Ramaswamy was going after Nikki Haley so strongly, right? And I found out that Haley is sponsored by the Koch brothers, right? And I found out Ramaswamy
Wow.
was actually sponsored by Soros. Okay.
Wow.
Come to find out, guess who actually signed up to be part of a think tank, of a neocon think tank today?
Oh shit!
This week.
What's that?
Nikki Haley.
Wow.
So why was he trying to attach? Why was he trying to attach what she was doing to what the Bidens are doing, or what the Biden administration is doing?
Wow.
They're neocons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, did you hear that? Well, it's not really news to me, but Liz Cheney endorsed Kamala Harris today. What a shock!
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't she LGBTQ?
No, that's Mary. That's Mary. That's Mary Cheney, the younger sister.
Anything to go against her dad, period, point blank. We knew she would do some shit like that. She'd done that before.
Basically, I'm not surprised that Liz Cheney would endorse Kamala, is because Liz Cheney's probably on the same stuff. If I had known that Biden was leaning toward neocon, I probably I would have been more alarmed. I didn't think he was, but that's what it turns out.
Wasn't
Wow.
Liz Cheney has made it adamantly clear that she is. Excuse me, if I'm not mistaken, but Liz Cheney has made it adamantly clear that she is at odds with Trump, and Trump has gone after her a few times, hasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. He went after, like, when she was voted out of a congressional seat.
Mm-hmm.
He did come after her, and she did make a statement, covertly taking shots at him.
I mean, she wrote a book about it.
I figured that UBGS would be the most aware of the fact that Biden in particular and his entire staff and team and his history in particular were heavily in bed with neoconservative and neoliberal thinking, like in a lot of past policies.
Sometimes they cross paths and align, but normally
not to this magnitude.
Not to this magnitude, yeah.
Yeah, brothers.
Because even like the Bushes were not to this magnitude.
Yeah, brothers, it's that time, man. I'm ready to go.
All right.
But I'd like to thank.
Y'all ain't shit, and God bless you for it.
I'd like to thank everybody that came through. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out. Peace.
Yo, this is AB Media 83. Want to support the channel? Hit the Cash App. Also, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the video. Also, be sure to hit that bell notification so you can be notified next time I upload a live stream or video. And always remember, keep it grinding, keep it pushing, keep it moving. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out. Peace.